Hello, and what is up there, Mixer? We will get the tweet up here in a second. Having a small bit of technical difficulties as we have a new stream date deck update, but we should be good now. Let's see. There we go. Tweet is getting up here right now. So, a few ways that you guys can go ahead and join in with us today. First off, we'll get you the tweet link in a second, but you can retweet our tweet. At 10 retweets, everyone will get an advantage. At 20 retweets, everyone will get a natural 20. At 30, then we start doing strap polls for you guys. The second way that you can go ahead and support the players and the channel today is through donations. If you look down below the dual screens, there is a donation link where you can give the players magic items, potions, advantage, natural 20s, create an NPC, all sorts of great things. If you have crazy ideas, send me a whisper on Mixer. We'll discuss it before anything is exchanged. And finally, last but not least, you can get involved and support us today is by going to our Patreon link. There are packages for viewers. There are packages for players. It is loud outside. I'm looking for a new apartment. That being said, you can also join us if you want to play with us over here on the Discord. Yes, Patreon did get reset. It is after the first. All Patreon stuff has been reset for this month. If you go over there, you just need to let me know. So, without further ado, let's do this. Yeah, get rid of the long hair. We will be getting into it here in a second as we bring our players in. I am just setting everything up. So, hello, players.
Hi, how are you doing one day?
Ready to kill you.
All right.
How are you? So,
why don't
you guys tell me who is here, where you're gathered, stuff like that, while I smooth out the rest of the technical difficulties.
So, I am playing James Decree, a rather swords bard, nearing the end of being a novice at level 10 as a car goes by, apparently. He's a more logical thinking person and can be very moody and very gloomy. But he's here to help out and be a good person. Because why not?
I'm sorry, logical? We're allowed to lie in our character descriptions? I didn't know that.
Yeah, now.
Do we also diss people randomly? Good to know. Thanks.
So, who else is here?
So, also with us is a very scrawny, emaciated human by the name of Angel, who is annoyed by everything, is about mid power range for a novice, and not looking forward to freezing what little ass he has off.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Fallen, who are you playing?
I am playing Riker Karsalian, the Wood Elven Guild Artisan, who happens to be crossing in Scout and Gunslinger together, and apparently this is going to be the day that he dies.
Exactly. So, that takes us to Luna.
I like water.
She also
really
likes
excited.
turtles.
This is not. But turtles are cool. Since I have no winter clothing.
Yeah, that was a definite oversight.
Can I say?
Burr, it's cold.
All right, and that will take us to our final person, Mr. Apollo.
So Apollo is apparently a substantially short elf at 5'4".
Compared to those around you, yes.
And he's used to the cold. He comes from a cold place, but he doesn't know if this is like damn cold or,
I mean,
but
he's probably the area.
Yeah, he's probably going to get a taste of his own medicine, considering he's an assassin and Starts trying to kill us.
I did not say I was trying to kill you.
You said
I-
you're going to kill us.
I simply said that if the groups were flip-flopped, there would be a better chance of survival.
Yeah.
That's all I said. I would feel more comfortable if the groups were flip-flopped. Alas, the story is king. So,
Yep.
you were all sitting in the Burning Phoenix, having received a letter, in a mission kind of outline that you are to head to the Killer Tundra. It immediately out of nowhere, Riker sighs, remembering he has to go back to the Tundra, where he didn't want to go not too long ago.
James holds up a 50-point sign. All right, pretty good out of 100.
What in hell is Tinder?
Allie looks over, just swipe left.
He like rubs his hand across the page.
Yeah, she brings over like a, it's like a ye old magazine, and she puts it down. It's a personal ads. You know, you magically if you look at the picture and you swipe left for no and right for yes, right? So she's like, yeah, it magically lets them know you're interested. You see like Apollo's picture, kind of like, you know, he's leaned back, double finger guns. He's in there. You know, just it's whoever's around you that's single. So basically, your entire party is in there. The first 4 entries, Angel.
So apparently, you guys are single and ready to mingle.
James looks to Alien. What do we know about what can you tell us about the location we're heading to?
It's gold.
Anything else, please?
Look at the bounty. Not a magic mouth, and she turns and gives you a grumble as she walks away. You know, still injuring. It's still like, you know, showing evidence of yesterday's wounds to her.
Yeah.
James healed her.
That doesn't mean she's happy.
Fair. James looks at the bounty.
Who has the letter?
Muted. I am not muted. I'll tell you that.
But in being serious now, what is Tundra?
A
We're in
very
a cold
cold
place.
place.
Okay.
You
Who
know, the
has the
audio and
bounty?
video keeps going on you. We have dropped no frames, guys. So this is, I think, on your end. Just to let you know. So
Who actually has the bounty in their hand?
it's standing in the middle of all of the. It's in the middle of you.
Okay.
It's right in the middle of the table. Equidistant from all of you somehow. Even though these are
Apollo.
long, rectangle-like tables, somehow it is equidistant from all of you.
James takes.
Is it an actual bounty or is it just a letter?
Looks like a bounty.
Okay.
James looks at it and reads it.
It says, "Alert! Rheingold is under siege. Please send help."
What is a Rhine Gulch?
A place. Don't know anything about it.
That's a city.
Thank you, Apollo.
Would
What else
you-
can you tell us?
Would you like? Would anyone, you know, who may have traveled the Frozen North, or ever looked at a map of the Frozen North,
History
want
check,
to
yeah.
roll a history check?
Sure, Riker was right there recently.
Go, explorers. Oh,
Apollo, you're like, is it in my Frozen North? Is it a different Frozen? I don't know. Like the Killer Tundra, that was mine, but yeah, on a 6, you're like, yeah, it's one of those Goliath places. That's all you know. Riker, you know that it's a hunting village. Not as old as anything else in the north, but you know it is full of Goliaths. Apollo was right with that. Basically, giving him information he would know as someone who lived in the Frozen North. Not as well fortified as kind of like Nick Maul or anything like that, but you don't know they are aligned with them.
okay.
And you also know that it's near the mountains, compared to where the other Goliath open settlement is not near mountains.
Oh, that's going to be colder than like Nick Maul, which is already pretty cool.
Cycling trying to load. That's because
Yeah,
failed
the second
to
screen
connect
is
to server. Let's try this again. The second screen is having issues today, apparently.
First one sh-
look at that.
Yep.
First one shot where one of my characters have an image and it won't work.
Yep. It's just the pulsing dot.
It's show me live now. Alright, I'll keep an eye on it. Thank you for the heads up. So, as we, as we look, Ali looks around and says, well, you might want to get a move on. I mean, it's an alert.
Fair. All right, let's go. Come on, Misfits and Angel.
Does anyone know anything about getting through cold places? He says if we follow.
Nope.
I mean, I have coat.
Do I know about going through cold places?
I mean,
Yes.
you lived in K7, right? So
He also
that being-
traveled a lot.
I mean, that being said, yeah, but you probably wouldn't have just. I mean, you guys pretty much locked yourselves away from the rest of the world
Yeah.
for almost all of your existence. So I mean, the most you would have traveling is down like the one, was like dealing with the cold, but traveling openly in the cold. You most likely would have used the teleportation circle to like leave the tundra and then go back.
Mhm.
So I mean, yeah, no, you have a minor, but not like something like a ranger would have.
Yeah.
You'd have some basis of information, but that's about it. It shows that it's loading now, so I mean, if it drops, let me know.
Would Riker be able to figure anything out based off of nature or survival to give advice?
You would have very general information of that. Anything? I mean, it's worth the roll, but you'd have very general because, again, you haven't really, you barely touched the tundra. If anything, you haven't seen a lot of how it is.
What would you like me to roll?
What would you like to roll? You may pick one.
Probably
They both-
survival,
They
because
both
that
look at
sounds
different
pertinent.
things.
Survival sounds really pertinent in this.
So, based off the, obviously it's cold. You should dress appropriately. Everyone slowly looks to Luna. Secondly, nighttime is it's the opposite of being in the desert. You don't want to travel at night. Night, you want to have a fire, shelter, any way to keep the warmth near you, because you could flash freeze in places in the tundra. Outside of that, traveling, around peak sun is probably your best. Obviously check your depths as you travel through it, because it might look like it's all flat land, but there might be like a 40-foot, drop in what the actual ground is. You just don't realize that it's all soft powder, and then you go disappearing. So,
Angel will show his two types of winter clothing and ask him which one is better.
Yes.
Like he has one that's just like normal, a coat you would wear, but then there's also you're going to the snow. You're climbing Everest. Type
Riker
ones.
points
Points
at
at
the
colder.
high cold.
yeah, points to the second one. Points to not the windbreaker. Points to the down jacket.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't know. His experience with cold is the Underdark.
I mean, you
It's cold
leave that
there.
you leave that tracksuit behind. Okay, you put on your snow gear.
He puts on coat and shoes and pants.
I like to think he's got the mittens that just are like all one mitten, so he doesn't really have his thumbs out. Just as Angel.
Yes.
Awesome.
They're like the really annoying type of mittens where you just can't grab anything.
Like a baker's mitten, but worse.
Yeah, they don't have the thumbs. So, as you start, you're dressing in here in the guild hall. There are places. There are like a bathroom and kind of a changing room, so you could do
Yep.
it if you'd like.
Yeah, I know for a fact there's a changing room in here.
Is anyone else changing?
Riker will.
Okay.
Yeah, Apollo's gonna go change it to this warm stuff because it's warm on the enclave.
He would ask, "Are you sure it's still going to be cold? It is getting toward warmer time of year, yes?"
It's summer. It's like 80 degrees out. These people are putting on like layers upon layers. Riker steps out. He's just bawling sweat right now.
Yeah. Angel, it's a tundra. Yes, it's gonna be cold.
All right.
All right. So all of you guys dress appropriately for Luna. What is Luna wearing? What is Luna's normal dress?
Oh no!
Right Right now, she's probably wearing some shorts. She's got like a nice floral pattern t-shirt on.
So lots of
Hawaii
exposed
5-0.
skin. Lots of exposed skin, and you know what? You know what? I'll even say that you have like the 80s lifeguard suntan on. So you like there's these two big blotches under your eyes, and your nose is covered almost white. Just complete the look. Are you wearing flip flops too?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're at least comfortable here. You see all these other people, you know, as you guys exit the guild hall and walk across the square towards the teleportation circle. You know, you're comfortable. They're sweating like crazy. And you know, you guys make your way over to the teleportation circle. You guys open the door. One of you, obviously having grabbed the bounty, I think Angel has it between both hands, like his palms, trying to hold it because he's got no thumbs on his mittens.
Swearing and
David
undercover.
goes like, "Oh, look! At least one of you is smart." And he points to the changing rooms that are canonically in the teleportation circle. As you guys all stop sweating because it's, you know, there's a small enchantment here which allows you to kind of get in the gear and make you comfortable before you teleport. And he goes, "Okay, Luna, you can use any room. They're all unoccupied."
Shakes fits.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
And now Angel knows this is here.
Yeah, some of you did. That's why I was wondering why all of you were changing.
I did.
He
I knew
takes-
there was one in the.
He grabs the bounty from amongst Angel's mittened hands and goes, huh? And goes, "Yeah, you'll be here, Luna. Can you fill this out for me?" And he puts a paper and gives you a pen.
Looks at it.
It gives it to Luna. The rest of you don't need to sign one.
Look
needs
at
a-
it. What does it say?
It is a waiver. You can give me an intelligence check if you'd like to try and understand the waiver.
Yes, straight 50-50 roll. Intelligence.
No, it's standard. This is totally standard. Everyone else wants to sign one. You must have got missed.
I have to sign it.
What's the game?
Thank you very much, and puts it in his desk, and says, "Okay, you can go now. Step up on the circle." Folds it, folds the bounty and hands it. Walks over and pulls like your turtleneck inside your down jacket, inside the other shirt down, and stuffs your bounty in there. Ain't for you, Angel. It'll be easier for you to keep track of it that way.
Thank you, Zapman.
As the rest of you make your way up. For those wondering, out of character, it was a waiver for teleporting you ill-equipped to a location. That he is not responsible for any bodily harm which comes to you for not being properly geared for where he sent you to.
Yeah, figures something like that.
He walks over towards you, Luna, and just he cracks these two stones and puts them in your hand. They're warm to the touch. He says, "That's the best I can give you." And they're like the heat things that you go when you go like snowmobiling that you have in your gloves. Yeah.
Hand warmer.
Yep, hand warmers. So he smiles and he says, "All right." Flicks his wrists as you see the arcane tattoos on both of his arms as the arcane energy starts to build from his form into his hands, sparking up the runes in different patterns. As a large kind of arcane light blue bubble forms around you, and then there's a distinctive popping sound, and you guys have been teleported. None of you asked what there was a teleportation circle in the city. So,
Yeah, the closest one Riker knew of was Nyack Mall.
Yeah, Gmal doesn't have one.
We were able to teleport just outside of it.
Yeah, well, back then they knew because they got a stone from it. He could teleport you outside. There's just no teleportation circle. So,
All right.
so, as you look around, there's a beautiful, lush garden. It is spring, if anything. It's warm. No, it's cold as hell, Luna. You're immediately give me con save.
I was about to yell at I don't know if it was Apollo or Riker who told him that.
No. You see white as far as you can see. Luna, the hand warmers of warmth are apparently at this point saving you from the bitter cold.
Cast.
As a word against that, you do drip a bit. Like as you watch the drips, the little icicles are forming off of her.
Luna, are you gonna become an
Bear.
ice Gensai by the end of this year?
Wild shape into a bear. I'm a bear now.
Okay.
Alright.
You wild shape into a bear.
Yes, I agree, Luna.
I will totally accept, because Riker, you've been to Nick Mall before, right? Was Riker around when we did Nick Mall stuff? I think it was around when we started. I know.
He was there for
Grady
one
is
of the
gone.
adventures.
So Apollo and Riker both give me history checks immediately as Luna shapes into a bear. 15. 23. Both of you quickly remember, Riker from seeing it and Apollo from stories of travelers. They loved bearskin. Like, they really, like, dressed themselves in bearskin.
They are remarkable hunters, too.
They are.
Riker is rolling.
As you now sit with this bear in probably their hunting grounds. So, I would like everyone to give me
Luna.
perception as you are somewhere out in the tundra. Everyone can, yes.
You're so good at this, James.
So, let's see. Apollo and Riker acting as beasts. You quickly are able to, based on... What time of day did you guys set out? I guess is my next question for you.
We'd be trying to get there when it was first starting to warm up during the day.
So you guys left... You guys were gathering first thing in the morning. So you guys are leaving about 10 o'clock. So based on the sun, you can kind of gain your general bearings, which way is north. You look towards the differing mountains. I would like nature checks from the two of you before we extend it to anyone else. As you're trying to look for identifying nature. Riker, as you look towards the horizon, as you try and gain the differences in like the mountains, and basically knowing that Rhyme Gulch is supposedly at the base of the White Tips, you are trying to gain, which direction, which mountain range is which. You immediately look to your south, and you can see clearly the Big Boulder mountain range, and you can see the pass, so you turn opposite that, and you gain, never having heard a description of the White Tips, or being very up close to them, you at least are able to identify, okay, that's the White Tips, that's the Sheltered Peaks. So you are able to set your direction. You figure you're probably, from the base of the mountains, about a half day's hike, if not a little more, depending on what the terrain has in store for you. But you are able to gain your direction for the group.
It is as cold as Draw Heart.
Who? What? Heart?
Can we not be here?
We have a mission, Angel.
We're here now.
I know. I did. Never mind, stupid peoples. Which way we go?
Noises.
Where are we going? Riker?
We are heading in that direction, and unless I've missed my guess, we've got about a half day's hike to get there, especially before it starts getting cold. So we may not want to waste any more time than necessary.
Nope, let's
And
right now. Oh, something else, Apollo?
before we get there, she points at Luna Bear. May want to, change into something not a bear.
Or just
That's
not
also
be,
warm.
Or just not be separated from you at all.
Yeah.
Separated,
Or s-
being with you, it could be a hunting animal, companion. So you would know at least that it's plausible that they won't kill it.
James, sit on her back.
Oh, God.
No, he's being serious.
Bear.
Sit on her back.
Looks to Luna Bear. May I?
You know what? I'll do it. Apollo walks over and tries to, ride Luna Bear.
Luna Bear, hold on. I actually have this for you, because you are, I believe, a black bear in a white backdrop. Yep, you're a black bear. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this and assign you the token, Gavin. What's your I'm on my 4th character or something like that.
Yeah.
On his, yeah.
On his 4th character, yeah.
So I'd like you to make me a strength check to carry the smallest elf in existence.
Okay. Uh,
Would you roll?
19.
19? Yeah, you're making pretty good, solid movement. You know,
says,
you're not quite sure, how badly I don't want to say the ground is sinking or anything, but, you're making good improvement. So, that being said, you guys are going to run the travel mechanic. And after each travel mechanic, Luna, you're going to make me a con save. So, I will say, based on this, James, you are first. You are first on my map.
Okay. Travel starting, people need to get a bit motivated to begin walking this half-day's journey through the tundra. These people need some music, so,
Oh, of course.
some nice traveling music. Don't you agree?
I mean, it might go terribly, but I can definitely agree.
All right. So I would like to roll performance for this wonderful music.
Oh, of course. So you roll performance.
That's Jocelyn as a tag, but that's still James.
That's James. 15. I mean, through the what kind of what are you playing? Are you playing? Are you singing? What are you doing? It's performance instead of an instrument.
No, there need to be like singing like some nice traveling.
So by all means, Josh, give us a little ditty.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Never had me do this before, Sev.
Just a quick little limerick or a sing. What are you doing?
Gonna make it there eventually. We're gonna make it there eventually one day. Today. I don't do this, Sev. I don't do this.
So I mean, eventually, on repeat, you guys start going for quite a bit. James apparently not a very good freestyle bard. He didn't grow up in the streets of Detroit or anything like that. So if nothing else, it's not like you are being towards this. It's not a great performance, right? It's not like you guys are going to talk about this song forever. However, his melody and kind of just the constant reinforcement does get you guys kind of in like a lockstep rhythm. And because everyone's kind of synced up, you are moving pretty good. Luna, con save. You are the bear, whatever one is higher. 12. It's starting to get cold, Luna. It is not. I mean, this bear, while having fat, totally not an Arctic bear. So, next up is Angel. As you march along to James's melodic.
As Angel tries his best to distract himself so he doesn't murder the annoying sound. He's going to tell himself it's not really there, or it sounds much better than it is. It's much better. Not lying to self at all. Not wanting to kill person either, and I would like to roll deception.
You're trying to deceive yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, now roll insight on yourself.
Okay.
It is good. Everything is happy. Angel has officially convinced himself not to murder the bard. So, Luna, another con save. Oh, there's a
Oh, natural. That's 1.
So, Apollo, you're like, oh, this is a life. I'm sitting back. I'm not, don't even have to really touch the cold snow. And then, poof, snow everywhere. I will be right back for 1 second, as someone apparently wants to call the phone.
How's the squirrel doing?
The chipmunk.
It is the evening. I am streaming. Bye. So, Luna is unconscious. And now a blue bear. And then reverts to her normal form.
So Apollo is on top of Luna, is what you're saying. In the snow.
Yes.
Apollo stands up and, tries to help Luna up.
Also helps.
I mean, you can pick her up. She's kind of unconscious and
Yeah.
Yeah.
James goes to start carrying Luna.
lots of, she's not, there doesn't seem to be any damage to her. She's just, there's parts of her that almost look hardened.
Okay.
Like she was not properly dressed for this encounter.
Right.
Points at the shorts.
Yeah. James just
Points at the tank top. Points at the flip-flops.
He's gonna start carrying her. As
The frozen sunscreen on her cheeks.
Still wearing more than what Arena was wearing the first time she went through the snow.
Yeah. It's about the same, actually. I don't know, Druids and Snowman.
don't go well.
Yeah,
This is
I
Amberland.
think
Amberland
the
wore
first time Tarek just wore his normal monk's clothes because that's all he had. Although he became a yak.
So, as you continue, who is carrying?
James.
James is carrying Luna. Okay.
Yeah.
So, next up is Riker. Hey, as Zerisa would like to say, hey, she survived. She didn't pass out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She's a step ahead.
Ba-dum-bum. So,
Alrighty. Riker is going to, because of him being the whole scout thing anyway, he's keeping an eye out on the surroundings, because especially since a bear just became a woman that passed out in the snow, he's wondering if there's anything that might pose to be a threat within range of view.
okay. So this is a perception. 24. I mean, the snow. You do notice there's a glistening ahead of it. A large glistening. Something kind of reflecting off the sun. And it's probably, I don't know, a few hundred yards away. Could be like ice lake, something like that. Unsure from this distance. Even with that, you do notice it.
Riker will let the other people in the party that are conscious know about the glistening in the snow ahead.
Do you write a letter for Luna so she wakes up? When she wakes up?
I will write a love letter about the glistening in the snow ahead of where she had fallen for him.
Okay.
Watch out, James. Just watch out.
So, that will take us to Apollo.
Can I see this glistening?
You
I imagine
can,
it's
as you guys
pointed up.
continue to move forward. It is a large, kind of frozen over pond.
Okay. I want to use investigation. I just don't know how.
You could investigate the pond.
Yeah, I could.
Seems like
Sure,
an
do
investigating
that.
thing to do.
Let's investigate
Pond. Do it.
the glistening pond. Wait.
It's completely frozen over. It seems, solid, thick. Definitely safe enough to travel across rather than having to avoid it.
Okay. Apollo looks the rest of the party, the ones that are conscious can hear him, and says, "This is it's frozen through. We can travel across it perfectly fine." Points to the pond.
Okay. So, you guys start walking over. Luna! How you doing?
On this right now.
Alright, so you're in your dream. But there's still a travel mechanic for you to do. I'd like another two con saves as you fail your travel mechanic.
And this isn't up there anymore. That's mine. You can't save.
Yep, one for him, Apollo. So, I mean, your body is, your body, seems to do fine for the beginning. And then, after Apollo, since we didn't have you do one after Rikers, she seems to be getting worse, guys. So, we're going to do a group travel mechanic here. As, you're still a bit ways off, but you've made it to, we'll say, kind of like a rocky protrusion from the snow. As you set Luna down, as you guys are going to try and fix Luna. Everything that has been used is used. She is not looking well.
Okay. What's her situation like right? I know she's not doing well, but like, what's her situation right now?
You're in the middle of the Arctic. She's in a tank top, shorts, and flip-flops. And her body's freezing.
I'm wondering if there's like a way for my winter clothing to still be like effective, but like to give her some of like the lining and stuff, the material, but still keep my winter clothing effective.
It would seem like it'd probably just hurt both of you.
Yeah.
Burn. Hear that?
How are those like heat stones things doing?
They're frozen to her palms.
Oh, getting those off might be good.
How tall is Luna?
How tall is
Luna?
Luna?
Yeah.
Is quite small.
Like
She's
5'3"?
3.
5'3". Did you say 5'3"?
So wait, is Luna a humanoid or bear form? Because last I knew she was a bear.
She is now in a human because she froze.
Okay. Is she alive?
So far, right now, she
I
is,
mean,
yeah.
no one's medicine checked her.
Yeah.
Oh, near.
Apollo looks to James. I have my native clothing, which is, warmer. It's also very colorful, though. It would probably fit her, considering we're relatively the same size.
It'll help. Yeah. Oh, sure. Okay, I'll help. I'll
Okay.
fine.
Apollo, takes out the very bright and colorful clothing that's kind of warm. It's Kasyat native clothing. So how that's colorful stuff?
Yeah.
Real colorful, warm. Yeah, it's that. Tries to put it on Luna, see if it'll help at all.
Yeah.
Can I make a medicine check to see if she's still alive?
That would probably be a good thing.
9.
That's nature.
Yeah,
Oh.
nature.
8.
No, man, you just needed a 9, gent. No, I mean, you look and you're not sure.
Yeah, I try or no.
Sure.
I don't know. She might.
Angel starts poking her in the face.
I mean, she's not moving.
Can Riker take a look at her also?
Is her skin still like
Starting to freeze up, yes.
I say, is it solid or still like springy?
She's not producing any moisture. She's producing icicles. Alright.
Yeah.
Apollo, you're also quite unsure, as is James. I mean, if she doesn't seem dead, Riker, beating the 20 DC, her body's kind of gone into like a hypothermic state. Her breathing becomes very slow and shallowed. Basically, without intervention, she might become a quadriplegic, as all of the heat and warmth is being shunted to her torso to keep her vital organs from freezing.
So we need to spread out warmth throughout her body.
Okay. Does that native clothing do that? Looks to Apollo.
She might not get worse as quick
Yeah.
with it on, but it's not like an intervention. It's not like, here,
Yeah.
put out, like, you could give her the best art of clothing right now. Her condition would
But-
worsen.
Yeah, it would only do so
It's not going
much.
to be like, boom, magically alive.
Right,
Yeah.
but it won't hurt though. So
Definitely doesn't hurt. I mean, she has, instead of a handkerchief on, she's got clothes.
it's not Jocelyn bad, all right.
It's, Jocelyn if she had two handkerchiefs.
All right, we'll get that. We'll get the native clothing on her. Just give us more time then, quickly.
Well, I hope you know what doing, because I have no idea.
I'm a bard, not a doctor.
Alright, so the intervention is going to be putting on said clothes. And continuing,
Right.
correct?
Riker is also going to wrap her in several layers of blankets across, basically from the neck down, and put his fur-lined sleeping bag with her basically shoved inside of it like a cocoon.
So you have become a 10-layer burrito, Luna. But if Tree was to order you, there'd only be 5 layers. Just, doubled up on the same layers. So, who's pulling her now? Because she's not wieldable.
Look,
She's a log.
I can't put her on my shoulder or something?
No. The amount of... If you think about how much Riker just put on her, she's like the width of a tree right now. Not as heavy, but the width
All right.
of a tree.
Angel say, put the ropes on her and I pull.
Okay. Takes out rope.
Like a sled.
My God.
So you properly secure. I'll give it to you because you have a tinkerer with you, without rolling for it. You probably secure the rope around Luna, as basically the other thing is her face showing, so she can breathe normally.
Riker would have had enough space for where the blanket was going around her
Yeah.
to be able to have her face.
So you
but
have this
it
massive
on the
cocooned.
sides.
If you've ever watched the Boo Saga from DBZ, where all you see is the face, that is basically Luna right now. But instead of purple, it's it's like blanket color. That's what you are, Luna, right now. As who's pulling?
Angel.
Give me a strength check, Angel. All right. Yeah, no, it doesn't slow you guys down at all as you begin, to get around towards, midday and the sort of you can see in the distance, the ice-covered buildings a few hundred yards away. You would assume this is at least you hope you've arrived at the right location.
Okay.
Is this where we're going? I say, tugging.
It is at least now.
Yeah,
I
it is now.
think Angel's just going on. I think the phrase is piss and vinegar at this moment.
I don't know what that means.
And gauntlets of ogre power, but those two things are keeping us going.
Okay. So, as you guys arrive at Rhyme Gulch, you see the following. Hunting village of Rhyme Gulch sits at the base of the White Tip Mountains in the eastern end of the Killer Tundra. The huts and buildings of the village are made with wood from the coldwood forest, as each of the permanent structures is clinged to by sheets of ice. Icicles hanging from the building roofs as almost decorations should the sunlight and braziers melt a bit of the ice and snow each day. The planning and size of the structures and furnitures that you guys can see around was definitely designed for Goliaths, not for any of the other races. And you guys are kind of coming up to the outer edges. You can see, a small village center. There's not more than there's less than 1,000 people that live here full time. Well, most of them do go out as hunters. You can see at least 3 buildings in the center which may pique your interests. One is the much larger kind of house. Would potentially be like a mayor or something along those lines. Residence. You see one that has probably the biggest icicles of it compared to anyone else under the other buildings, and I'll give you actually the description of the outside. That's the wrong one. This one. It's in the northwest of the village center. There's this large wood and stone structure has the largest icicles in the entire village of Rhyme Gulch. From a distance at night, the building sometimes resembles a large frozen skull of something undead, as the icicles and light from the forge give off almost a sinister feel. You see that building, and then you see one other that has a sign, "Who here reads Giant?"
Riker.
Oh, he does. Oh, thank God.
Riker, it seems to, in Giant and based on the layout of the sign, does anyone else, or am I only talking to Riker here?
Riker.
Okay.
The leader today.
All right. Riker,
Yes.
it seems to be labeled. It looks like a tavern to you, based on the designs and everything, knowing what you know from Giant. And the name of this lovely tavern is the Jagged Hag.
Intriguing name. I imagine we will take everybody into the tavern and try to get some warm moisture into Luna.
Do they let us
Phrasing.
into the city?
Phrasing. So much phrasing there.
Oh,
Damn it.
goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are already in, kind of walking in, and a
Okay,
couple people
I
have seen. A couple people have seen you. There's no walls here.
Okay.
There's very few, there is very few, but it's not a consistent wall. It looks like there are kind of wooden posts and kind of partial walls up at points with like guard towers. But
More on the
if anything,
windbreak.
there's nothing. Yeah, it's more for wind than would be siege defense. Whereas, I know because you're relating this to Nick Mall. Nick Mall has like 30-foot stone walls, which have then been covered in ice. So yeah, it's much more fortified than this city. So as you guys enter the Jagged Hag, all of you kind of pulling in as you definitely do get everyone in the tavern looking to you and your burrito.
Especially pulling in literally.
The lower floor of the tavern is very long. However, it's much more narrow compared to its length. There is a single upper level, which you can see stairs to. On the left side, you guys are kind of coming in almost at the left wall, along kind of this longhouse. As you enter in, you can see the bar. There looks to be one room with a door behind the bar. You're assuming a kitchen, based on the smells. There is a large Goliath female standing behind there, and there's a bunch of tables out there, kind of down this. And there's 2 fireplaces. There's one in the center of it and one at the far end. And you figure that there's 3 stocks for the chimneys, probably to heat this place so that it is comfortable. But it is nice. It is very nice. You also notice most of them in very much less. They almost look like Luna in gear. They are very much accustomed to the temperatures here.
Angel will say, "Riker, you speak language. Go find information, please. I dump burrito somewhere."
You put her in front of the fire.
Yeah, whichever one has like the least amount of people in front of it.
Yeah,
Riker will order up food and drinks for the party, including some warm broth for the burrito, and then he will start to see if he can find out anything about insofar as rumors, but also see what he can find out in regards to the person that might have posted the bounty itself.
Yeah, I mean, as you approach the Goliath female behind the bar, tall female Goliath with trial markings on her face, hiding her icy blue eyes. She has her hair, and as Goliath females in this world do have hair, in kind of like a dreadlocked ponytail, falls behind her like the mane of a wild horse. She looks to be, based on your experiences, Riker, in her 30s. She stands at about 6'3", 200 pounds. And she kind of smiles as you approach. Before you even speak, she addresses you in common. She says, what is that? Not having seen Luna's face in all of the wraps.
It was previously a water genasi, but she decided to wear shorts and a bra across the tundra.
She smiles. So you're doing the gods' works, helping the less fortunate.
Yes, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
She says, I'm Kiko. If as you order food, and she begins to prepare stuff for you. You're gonna get that the meals here are primarily made out of much more kind of meat and very little vegetables based on what they can get. It seems like everything is pretty much you can kind of see the animals as she opens the door into the kitchen to go prepare your meals. You can see like basically an elk hanging there. As you see her pull out a knife and start trying. Everything is pretty fresh here. So,
how tall are Goliaths on average?
well over 6 foot. She's a small for the rest of the people that you see in here. She's quite tiny.
Okay, so
Most of the other people you see in here that seem to be minding their own business, having just having meals or small conversations in giant. Range from like 6'5" to like well over 7.
okay, so not terribly taller.
No,
And
not like 13, 14 foot tall.
Yeah, I was picturing
as everyone
8
has
feet
10.
tall.
Yeah, they can get to 8, yeah, easily.
Okay.
But that's kind of on the upper end of their spectrum. You guys all have advantage for 10 retweets.
Awesome. How tall are the chairs?
I mean, they're a little bit bigger. Like they're not like it's not like you were a halfling sitting in a normal sized chair, where it's like a full size bigger. It's just like a larger chair. It's
Okay.
Nothing. If you're over 6 foot tall, you'll have no problem with your foot hitting the feet hitting the ground. Apollo sits down, and like he's like a little kid sitting in a grown up chair. His legs are like halfway down as he kicks them back and forth.
I think Angel could just barely get his toes down at being 6 foot exactly.
Yeah.
6'2".
They're in Rime Gulch, way up in the north.
Now, Riker, when he sits, he's going to go ahead and just draw his legs up Indian style underneath him, because he can fit that way inside the seat, because he's kind of smallish anyway.
So what we do about Luna?
How is Luna doing right now, Seb?
Actually,
No
That's a
change.
good question. That's a good question about the aspect.
No change.
Is there like
Right.
a puddle of water over there?
She's gonna get better, but you have to realize she basically, because of her nature, started to like physically have deep freezing in her. Right?
Yeah.
Like this is a process. Like she might be down for weeks at this rate. Based on her, remember, she's not like a normal human. It's not like she's got base frostbite where you can just like cure some wounds and she'll have some scarring. Like this is something much worse. She's part water elemental. Like cold weather kills water elementals if it's too cold.
So we probably press them down.
Well, we're already off to a great start then.
I mean,
Leave the one-shot boys then.
I'd say you're down on it. They just have to be willing to do stuff about it.
Riker
I mean,
will go ahead and ask the tavern keeper if she knows anybody that might be able to assist their companion in the present situation.
She kind of looks over and goes, I can't see much more than her. Is that her face? Oh, that is her face. Wow, she's really white. Never met a white water genasi before. Was she always white?
She was previously slightly more blue, but she started, I guess, freezing.
She looks, she goes, I can contact contact someone, but it's not going to be cheap.
How much do you think it would likely end up costing?
She looks, she goes, I couldn't tell you. We don't get many people that... Basically, anyone her thing's basically dead, mostly, if we find them. Anyone that bad off, that discolored, is usually dead.
I suppose we might as well find out what it would end up costing to get her some attention. If you could contact that person.
Yeah, she looks over and yells to one of the people. She uses an indescript name because this guy is literally NPC number 467. But
And Firefly's on leave.
I know. Well, basically, I don't have the Goliath generator name up right now. However, she tells them to go get Strong Hunter. That is what you'll get. That's the more important name. The Strong Hunter. He nods and begins to leave. The rest of you are... Did you order Luda food, by the way? Or did you just think about, like... Well,
He bought it for everybody.
Riker bought. That's what I'm asking.
I thought, yeah, I
Because
thought
she was
Riker-
unconscious. I
Yeah,
didn't know
Riker
if you
got-
ordered one. That's what I'm asking.
Riker got warm broth for her to help to warm her insides.
Alright, so everything's said and done, Riker. It's going to cost you... There's 5 of you. It's going to cost you like 6 gold.
Oh, that's no problem.
But the portions here, again, are much larger than what you'd expect. It's fresh meat. And as you guys take your first bite, this is on par with, like, city cooking. She is probably the best chef in this town. She looks towards you. She goes, "Do you need rooms, or are you just here for?"
Well, we will also be looking into rooms, but we had come initially because there was an alert on a situation that might be afflicting Rime Gulch and the region around it.
Oh, you mean the Frost Giants?
Yes.
She goes,
Just
"Well,"
not trying to cause panic.
she goes, "Instead of having to go get Strong Hunter, he's coming to you. That makes it easier and all around." She smiles.
Splendid.
She points to a sign, in case you guys are going to spend any downtime asleep. There are 3 options for rooms that are kind of listed, as well as you also see what you're eating today. It is elk, kind of like a. It says like a grain. It's like a rice. It's like a long grained rice that kind of goes along with it, and it says it's like cucumbers. That's all they had. That's what they got in the last shipment. But it says bunks in a shared room, so like open lodging. You just take a bunk. It's a gold piece a night with no amenities. Bunks in a private room, which sleeps 6, is 10 gold pieces a night, and a bed in a private room, 25 gold pieces a night. And then it says slightly under it, companionship available.
Sweet.
As someone has actually paid for that before.
I believe it.
If all goes well and Riker survives, he might end up having to go for that.
So,
But for now,
Now I wish Jurek was here. Jeez.
Riker is going to ask if she happens to have any jerky for sale.
She says, yeah, we have some, I believe she goes, deer, not elk.
That would be no problem. How much? I got a bag of holding and it's salted, so 20 pounds?
She looks, she goes, I probably only have about 10 left.
10 works.
And it's about a gold piece a pound for jerky. With
No problem.
figuring salt and everything else.
No problem.
And she goes out and she brings you, like, boxes of jerky. Because it wouldn't fit in glass containers. Glass would be there. She's got, like, it looks like old shipping crates she put it in.
Alright.
To facilitate you being able to take 10 pounds of it. So basically,
Riker nonchalantly just puts it in the bag of
a
holding.
box of jerky as the door cracks open.
Riker, real quick, is going to ask also, can he get 4 Goliath-sized water skins?
She nods. She says, I don't know what we have, but I can look. As you realize that this also does, this tavern, without seeing a general store, does also kind of function as the general store. She walks over, she goes, I only got 2.
2 works.
Yeah, they're slightly bigger, not by much. And they're regular price for what a water skin would cost you.
That works. Riker will go ahead and buy those two because he's going to figure that he's going to need a lot of water if he's going to be traveling in the tundra.
Just melt some, you know.
Melt some snow and hope that it's not yellow first. Yeah, get it.
I mean, you'd see if it's yellow, to be fair. So, you guys go ahead as the door cracks open. And large by even Goliath standards, Keothi is surprisingly intelligent. Keothi is covered in furs from a number of dangerous beasts. You see some Riker. Who else here knows Pyrrha and is conscious?
James.
James, Pyrrha.
He's heard of Pyrrha.
Okay, if you've never seen her or a shield, then you wouldn't.
Oh, Pyra. Okay.
Does Angel know?
I mean, he's met her.
So at least James and Riker, you realize a similar kind of scaled pattern to what she has for the shield that Remoraz hide. He has as part of partly covering him. You can also see a number of other kind of mixed match of animals, as there's this large kind of bear skull with two large fangs covering his head.
Oh, glad Iris isn't here.
And he stands at about 7'6", weighs about 285 pounds. And he looks initially towards Kiko, and he addresses her in Giant as Bearfinder. And she addresses him back as Strong Hunter. That's just for Riker. So the rest of you, they look. You guys just blink. And he walks directly over towards the cocoon, and then looks towards all of you, and in common goes, "If you would like your things not destroyed, I would come take them now."
Riker will go ahead and reclaim the sleeping bag and the blankets.
Angel moves away because he was kind of poking her, make sure she was still breathing.
Yeah, James moves away too because he would have been right next to her.
I like to think that you guys are eating and just kicking her every so often to see if she wakes up. So, as you finally get the last of it, are you taking off the clothes that you'd given her, or are you leaving them on her? I know other people were retrieving things. I'm just asking you.
She has clothes on under it, so he'll take them.
Okay. As you take that off, he looks at what she was wearing, including the flip-flops. Looks to the rest of you, looks back at her, and says something in Giant along the lines of, "There's a reason there's natural selection." And then proceeds to go, look her over, goes, "I can fix her."
Or
How much?
Keiko says something in Giant to him before he speaks. And looks Riker, you understanding, he says, "These are the ones that came about the alert."
yeah,
You know. But it's in Giant, so you don't hear it. He nods and goes, "You come from the alert.
We have come for the alert.
Yeah.
That is reason, yes.
Your reward for her."
Huh?
Our reward is her survival.
Fine with that.
I hear a dice roll. He's saying that he will bring back bring her back so that she can travel, but it's one favor for a favor, basically. You know what I mean? Instead of paying you, and then taking your money back.
I know. Angel's just like,
Yeah,
you have to.
I get it.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
Besides, you have to think about this. If we don't take this deal, what's Roland gonna think?
Riker already knows what Roland's going to think because
Exactly.
Riker's already been scolded by Roland for not saving people. So Riker is like, "We got this."
You were not scolded for not saving people. You were scolded because he was asked. He was consulted. The guild leader was, just to clarify, he was consulted. At which point he gave orders, and then his orders were ignored. If you didn't want to save the people, that's on you. Really, truly, that become on the group. However, because he was consulted and gave an order, it not being followed angered him.
Yeah.
That's the difference. If you guys just
Out
like,
of character, it
we
ended up
sent
coming
them.
down to that two of the players, myself and Gent, legitimately did not hear that orders were given because other people were yelling over the chat.
So, but just to know that you guys would have an understanding of why, Riker would have a better understanding of what the point was. At some point, there's doing good, and at some point, there's doing good that's going to get you killed. He's not expecting you to do good that's going to get you killed.
I don't think, or Riker does not think that Roland would be too pleased if Luna was left in this condition if we had an opportunity to save one of the guild members.
Riker would not be, Roland would not be too pleased that Luna went to the tundra in shorts and flip-flops. Let's be honest. There's a causation and effect.
There's a
Hey.
different conversation with Roland, though. She can have.
Riker's partly hoping that she ends up getting to take over with the scrubbing of the stables after that.
He looks towards you for your
So
decision.
now,
Fine. Fixed person.
Riker looks to the other two,
I said, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
and okay, Riker will look to him and give a nod.
Okay. You see him kind of pull out in this thing, and he smiles at the fact that you got the broth, and he kind of starts crushing this, and he keeps it kind of hidden, and not like he's trying to hide it. It's a small plant, and he's got a large hand. Okay, he's 7'6". He's got big show-sized hands as he starts just grinding this whatever it is into the broth and starts to force her to it down her throat, more or less by pinching her nose and tilting her head back. He's not exactly a gentle man, right, gentlemen?
He's not the gentle gent.
I look to our host, the bartender.
Kiko?
Is any place where we can get things that she can wear to not die again?
Yeah, as you say that, he goes, that is part of her not dying. And he smiles. There's no, he looks to you as he's just getting the rest of the broth down in her. He looks towards it. There's no point in saving her for her to fall in 5 minutes. That would be not in kind of the spirit of working together. And he just kind of like picks her up, throws her over the shoulder, and slaps her into a chair.
Well, out of character, Looney should have thought about that before wearing damn tank top.
So he kind of walks over and goes, "Is one of yours or someone you found?"
One of ours.
Do we have to claim ownership?
She was a stray.
No, she was. She came with us.
He nods. How tall was Luna?
5'3"?
You 5'3", Gavin? Okay. He says it'll be a few. I will come back with details and close. And he kind of nods to all of you and heads out.
You're thinking of you
Thank you.
for
So-
saving stupid nature water person.
About 3 or 4 minutes after she sits up, you start to see the kind of the color come back to her, and Luna, you snap to consciousness, and it's warmer. You're back in, well, actually, you weren't conscious when anything else happened, but you're in the middle of a tavern, surrounded by giant people, and your party.
Jim just sucks Luna.
is this
And
heaven?
you have the worst aftertaste known to man in your mouth.
I not think she awake yet. Smack.
I'm afraid.
James looks to Luna. Don't do that again, dang it.
Then why are all the giants here? Why aren't they naked? I thought heaven would have more naked giants.
She do hallucinations. Smack.
Just watching you beat this woman.
I mean, he's he's probably not wearing the gloves actually.
You are wearing, but here's the thing. Even though you have those mittens on, right? Even if you had your mittens on, you have gauntlets made out of iron. So every time you slap her, there is a distinctive metal thud.
He goes back down.
Angel's not a very
Magic
smart
drops.
man.
Angel. Stop smacking the lady, please.
Stop smacking Lord Bart.
Angel, okay, so you guys are sitting at a table. At this point, you have Luna at one. It's a circular table. One side of her is Angel, one side is James. Right? Mm-hmm. The other two of you, who is next to you? Who's next to Angel and who's next to James? Between Riker and Apollo.
Apollo's next to the Angel.
Okay. Riker, give me a perception check. Because you would be in better position to see this than Apollo. That's why you can know. Nope, you don't see anything. James, you also get a perception check because you would be, based on positioning, you being next to Riker and that Ray.
Do I get advantage?
You don't.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Riker does see it because no natural ones and skill checks. I'm so used to seeing the right number and going, you're done. He just has a stupid perception modifier. Both of you, because it's not very subtle, see, as Kiko's behind the bar top, cutting and prepping, she's doing multiple tasks. You quickly realize that you've been here for about, we'll say, 45 minutes to an hour, that she does everything. She's the only person here to run this entire establishment, right? Every time Angel slaps Luna, the large knife she's using to cut things up hits harder, and she stares more and more at Angel.
Angel, stop! You might get a bit of a Goliath woman angry.
Well, stupid water person, be stupid.
You can take anger out later. Right now, no.
As she hears that, another loud thud, like, we're just gonna do it out of sight. And you said we. She just hits harder and harder. Now she's giving you both death eyes to the back of Angel's skull and right to you, James, Riker.
Specifically, only you. Only you will be doing this action.
Riker
and not at all.
Riker will speak up at Giant and ask if she would like some assistance delivering things to the table, just to try to distract her from the thud, thud, thud.
She's like, I don't need to deliver anything else to your table. If I deliver, and she says in Giant, if I deliver anything, there will be blood. That's all she says.
If you hit much harder, you might draw blood anyway. Your fingers are getting closer and closer.
So to be fair, it was one hit, maybe two.
But I'm saying the two slaps. It was a because she does it all the time to a boom, boom. It was just anger. She might not be a fan of people taking advantage of women in her bar.
She has PTSD. It's okay.
No, she doesn't. She's a very, very angry woman. That's all I can say.
I take damage from Angel or what?
You do. Angel, what's your strength modifier?
4.
4? 5. You take 10 points of damage as you were slapped twice.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It would be. No, but even just the hitting. Remember, she's in this kind of recovering position. I know you weren't trying to damage her, but she's also in you guys are also in a short rest. She can spend hit die. You're fine. Yeah. So, the door cracks back open as Strong Hunter, or as he introduced himself, Keothi, walks towards the table with kind of like a bundle and puts it in front of you, Luna, and grabs a chair and sits down with all of you.
So, I see one frost giant before. Right, frost giant before. So you have many of these things bothering you?
Right. The Wake Tips are frost giant territory. We sent out scouting parties to make sure that they do not encroach. The whole reason Rhyme Gulch is an establishment is that it was founded in year 4903 of the 6th Sanctus era, as what had been a wandering tribe of nomadic Goliaths would fight alongside the Nick Maul forces in a massive and bloody skirmishes against encroaching frost giants. The leader of the tribe, at that time, made an agreement with Nick Maul to defend the trade routes as long as the traditions of my people were allowed to stand. Not much has changed in terms of our culture. We get supplies from Nick Mall, and we, guard against the frost giants in the mountains. About 8 years or 7 years ago, a small group of adventurers came to Rime Gulch and headed up into the White Tips in search of the Behemoth Ridge Lookout, an old ruin frost giant post which apparently had seen some entity kind of go in there and set force. It was a frost giant of some sub-ilk. I don't know what his name or anything more that I can tell you about that. They did not exactly give us much more information. They were in search of some weapon at the time. In the time being there, frost giants have pushed. Mainly, we've avoided any major skirmishes, sans a few instances with them. They have not really come down. It's hard enough surviving out here for even them. Recently, they started to move. There's a small band of them, less than 10, more than 3 is what we were able to ascertain, and they're making their way down through the passes to Behemoth Ridge. From Behemoth Ridge down here. The reason we need you is this is a large group, and most of my hunters, as we found this information, are out. We do not have the forces to put up with if there's up to 10, or this is the first of many to hold. And it'll be too long for Nick Mall to get warriors here. So we set out a request for help from friends from long ago. That assumingly is why you were here.
Yes.
Yes. So you sent scouts, and they saw these frost giants. How many did your scouts see?
More than 3 and less than 10 is what they could track coming here. They only saw 1 in total when they encountered, but they were able to avoid and get back here. It was only a pair of scouts.
So,
how far would it be from here?
It's about a half day's hike up into the mountains to where we would assume you would want to battle them the best territory, best terrain for you compared to getting yourselves caught in a narrow pass. Well, them throwing boulders down at you from all sorts of heights.
Yeah. As being a scout, Riker would definitely nod, because the idea of being in an advantageous position and being able to have strategy would be ideal against potential threats.
What was I gonna ask? Oh yeah, so the white tips. Would we need climbing gear for this?
To where we want you to scout and incur them, you should not need any climbing gear. We have put out a secondary one as to investigate into the Behemoth Ridge Lookout. That would probably be wise to have climbing gear for.
Okay.
we would have.
Random dragonflies overhead. Damn white dragons!
Shakes fist.
Do allocators, does anyone have climbing here?
Riker raises a hand.
Well,
I also have an endless pouch of pitons.
Luna, have you looked at your package yet?
Oh, I haven't. I look at my package.
It is white furred. It looks like a bear. It even has bear mittens. This is obviously something for like a pre-teen Goliath girl, like the latest fashion. It kind of looks a bit like that. Japanese culture, like the the kind of cutesy stuff. Yeah, it's that. That is what you're in now.
I love it.
It was made out of real bear.
Good thing
Okay.
Iris isn't here.
Irith would still end up fangirling over it. Even though she loves bears, she'd want to wear this to bed.
She did buy a stuffed polar bear cub in Nick Mall.
Oh yeah, we had the
Real.
freaking Merce and Iris had to bury that, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, she buried that in the woods. Merce still has his bearskin rug and coat though.
It is fashionable. That was a very nice fashion there. So.
Okay.
And he kind of pulls out a map kind of showing you along the routes that they use into the white tips. You guys can get a general perception of the map. Riker, you get the denotes because you read Giant.
Yay!
So you get denotes of like where they've seen giants, or danger, don't go here, Red Miraz hunting ground, and yeah.
Could James copy like the part of the map that he would need in his notebook, or no?
Yeah, you could do a quick sketch. Give me a calligraphy or like tools, painting tools, anything like that.
I have neither. Dex?
Give me a straight dex check.
Yep. Clicked it. It'll happen.
Wait.
Roll it.
There we go.
I mean, you're not going to have the sort of scale down or anything like that, but it's a decent enough version that you'd be able to at least know. Like, you kind of roughly sketch the markings. And Riker being able to read what they are will definitely help you.
Yeah. That's his main goal. That's the point of a notebook, to have notes and have things that are useful. This is useful.
Why have you stopped?
Because of the baby outfit that Osri had gotten from Yakmo.
Oh.
The certain feature that it had.
Anyways,
You're just a lot smaller than Luna. Sorry, Uzer. This is the teenage outfit.
All right, so we have we know where we're going. We know what we need to be knowing. We know we are fighting anywhere between 3 and 10 frost giants.
that's a rather large range, but still, it's fair enough.
I mean,
It's
we
better
fought
than
giants
that, right?
before.
I haven't. My sister has. I haven't.
So,
Well, you're going to today.
you heading out today? Still daylight. You're about noontime-ish.
Well,
And you had a meal.
Well, if we go now, half a day, we'll arrive there at night, won't we?
You could. Be arriving around dusk. Riker, you said you fought. Who's fought frost giants before?
Riker has fought a giant. I don't
Yeah.
remember the type. It was
fine. Just roll me
in
history.
Craig's recent one.
Yeah,
I fought a frost giant.
the one that Angel and Riker blasted away in 6 seconds was a frost giant.
Okay.
You killed him.
James has heard of them.
History on them if you have encountered one. This being because I'm giving you something that is potentially useful to you. 18. Riker gets it, Angel doesn't. Luna will also get it. Frost giants can't see in the dark.
Heh.
They don't have
Giants
dark
can't see
vision.
in the dark. They don't have dark vision like me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, they don't?
No.
Wait!
Giants don't have dark vision.
What's
Yeah, sure.
I will tell you right now. Watch. GM, let's go to Sev. Grabs the Frost Giant. Character sheet. Senses. Does not list dark vision.
Huh.
Well, I mean, I see in darkness.
I sure don't.
Who
I
can
do.
cast dark vision?
Looks to Luna. Did you prepare it this time?
There's a different
Nod some
feature of
pats
this
you on the
one.
head.
As you go to pats on the head, you can only get about half elbow. As you realize that it's like those damn hats that all the girls were wearing like last year that are attached. The paw is attached to the actual hat portion of it.
God.
So
The sleeve
can't,
thing?
Yeah, you can't get a full reach out. There's that annoying feature for you, Zuri.
Move your head up here. Move your head up here now so I can touch
Zuri
you.
yells, I have one of those. I got one.
James just
Is it made out of real cat?
James bends down awkwardly.
Riker keeps reaching over and petting Luna.
It's okay, hold on. There was a re in chat. So, that being said, you guys heading out now, or are you going to wait till the morning and head out?
Well, considering they can't see in darkness, and we have the ability to see in darkness, we'll have a definite advantage.
There's an advantage on that, and based on what you know, there's also a disadvantage for you.
Because as soon as the sun goes down, it's going to get cold.
Cold never bothered them anyways.
Correct. They literally have Elsa singing on top.
And that would... We don't know if they would consider that their home, because we don't... Do we know how long they've been there?
They've been moving their way down. This is being the issue.
Okay.
You're not going to the lookout. The lookout's more than a day away.
Okay. So we don't know if that mountain is their home or not, which we assume it is.
We meeting halfway and trying to push them backwards.
Okay. So, did Riker and Luna share that they can't see them?
Riker would have shared that because it's an advantageous position for combat.
Yeah. So if they can't see, we just got to counteract the cold because we're not frost giants.
Without fire.
And
or Goliath, yeah.
Well, I mean, if we get there just as it's getting dark, the cold won't have set in completely. We kill them all. We make fire, camp out for nighttime, then walk back here in the morning. Yes.
Okay.
Unless you want to walk all night. That's up to you.
No, I'm good.
How are we going to get back to the guild after all that?
Try walking?
It's an island, Angel. You can't walk back to the guild.
I mean, you have a few withdrawal options, as Riker could tell you. You could travel with the K-set and hope... Does anyone of you have sending?
No.
Then it looks like you don't nearly have to worry about it, do you?
Fair enough.
You just have to survive to get the K-set.
You could get a K-set, or you could climb the sheltered peaks and go to Wild Reach, or you could travel through the tundra to Thorlador or Everwind, or you could swim to Pearlside.
I think I'll stick with the sending eventually.
Wait, who can we send to though?
Kayvon, Ali, anyone that can basically get you a withdrawal.
Anyone that can speak on the island.
Anyone that cares enough to bring you back. If you send a Roland asking to send someone, he might get mad. Just saying.
So Gavon, we're sending to Gavon after this.
I still laugh at the fact that Riker and Jacob have either side to a set of sending stones, and Jacob has legitimately ignored Riker every single time Riker has tried to message him.
So, you guys grab your things and set out?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
Goodbye,
James, I need a performance roll from you as you guys begin to hike. What'd you get?
32!
32. James is humming as you guys head out. Yeah, no, seriously. You went there.
I don't want to kill the bard.
It's like...
I mean, James has a violin.
He
But
pulls out the
Angel,
violin
are
and
you...
begins to play.
But Angel, are you sure that it's not a good idea?
I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure.
So,
Nope, not listening to either of you.
you're gonna play it all the way up,
Yes.
just to see how long you can go for?
You're actually helping us out here because you're annoying Angel enough that he's keeping himself warm by his own fire and fury.
Are you gonna play all the way up?
The
As you
party
climb?
will let him. If they'll let him, you will.
Okay. He hits this part as it just starts echoing through the massive mountains and ravines made up of the white tips as you follow the sign.
Luna considers taking off all her clothes.
About halfway, is when Angel will stop and like turn and look at him and be like, "Shut
He's
up!
AFK,
You're going
sorry.
to God, fuck, Drew."
So, you guys all find yourself on this ledge as you're heading up. And James is out front just playing his heart out.
Battle music.
I was saying when we're halfway there is when Angel will turn around and like, "Shut up! You're going to let everything go over here."
I don't think this is when you say it, is here.
Okay.
And he's just still playing. He's like, no, this is the best part.
James, stop.
Fine. Stop.
Hold on.
And someone says, hold on. So James keeps playing.
Here I stand.
You try to pull the thing away out of your
James.
hand.
Stopped. I stopped.
Help,
stopped.
you
I
pulled out of
stopped.
your hand.
You finally hear somewhere in the distance, the cold never bothered me anyway. In giant. In giant.
Well, somebody knows you're here.
One's a fan.
As you're putting it away, Angel's starting to like make grabby hands at it with murder in his eyes. He's fully prepared to smash
No.
it to smithereens.
No, Angel.
Isn't an angel all the time, though?
I wanted to stab him too, kind of, but no.
So, they may or may not know that you're here. So, we're gonna do this.
I smack Jim.
I mean, you could have used him as a distraction, the rest of you hide.
Yeah,
To
but you
be
guys were like,
fair-
no. But you guys were like, no, stop, Jake.
I rolled hit die, not
Roll
initiative.
the die.
Health or not?
No, everyone was like, no, stop, James. You're letting everyone know you're here. Nope.
So, there's gonna be some things that happen here. We're gonna roll. I think we have everyone initiative, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and descending. So, James, the first thing that happens is this small frost giant, looks like a teenager. Says something in giant to you. Riker, do you want to translate for free?
Sure, I can do that.
Basically says, no, I can play it better. And you're not getting out of this whole song playing. I'm sorry. As much as everyone wants to go on, this is now your battle music. And she's got like a long blonde braid, dressed in like a Frozen outfit. This is happening now. This is what you've turned this into. Thanks, guys.
You're the one that did that. I made the one reference.
You made the
carried it.
reference. That's bad enough.
Dying now. This is bad. This is real bad.
So, Riker, does anyone else let Riker have alert? Because I believe Riker has alert.
Riker does have alert.
No.
Riker, since you can't be surprised, you see 2 frost giants picking up these large chunks of ice. And they look like they're going to target the general party. What would you like to do as your turn is first in surprise round?
Oh, Lord. I have 2 thoughts in my mind. One of them is, well, you said that you could play it better and pull out his instrument, or go forward and try to shoot the large chunks of ice to break them in their hands.
Battle of the birds. Battle of the birds.
Hold on, I got a Bristol head on my lap. And of course she knocks everything off my desk.
Because Bristol does Bristol things.
She's no better than the giant, I swear. Knocking everything over. Okay. And which direction are the giants in?
They're
They're up? Sweet.
that away.
I thought you said that you could play better on that song. And now you're going after weapons? That doesn't seem very fair.
That's the girl.
Sporting.
The girl sent it to you.
Yeah.
She's like,
You said both of them were going for
yeah, there's
jagged
more
piece
than,
of ice.
There's also one frost giant, like, child playing. She's aside. If you want to kill her, you could. But she's not getting involved in battle. She's just punishing your reference.
I the only one who actually liked this song?
This is not going to be good for Riker because I could legitimately see him doing this. Let's see, I can go 35 feet this way. And let's see how badly Riker can do. A 9.
Did you play? Is that an attack? No.
No, he
It
was
looked like an
playing
attack
his
for a
guitar
second.
trying to join that song.
Okay. She's gonna roll hers. At advantage because home bard territory. 26. She's killing it. And is playing, I think, much better than James.
James rolled a 32.
Yeah, well, you stopped early. I don't mind this song, it's just get overplayed. So your action was to play your guitar and get defeated.
Yes. As item
She sticks her tongue out at
manipulation,
you like Azuri would do.
Riker will sigh and tuck the guitar back into its position.
Okay.
And he will get ready for next round being a round of combat because this is going to suck.
I would agree. So, the large icicles or boulders are hefted over their heads. And they, lick their thumbs, catch the wind. And Riker, they're not going to throw it at you. Because they have advantage on everyone else. You ran up trying to play, and the other guys didn't see them. So they're like, oh yeah. Like, they're Kool-Aid manning it right now. So, there's going to be a D4. I'm going to go ahead and... Riker, you're going to roll me the D4s. One is Luna, 2 is Angel, 3 is James, 4 is Apollo. Roll me 2 D4s. Separately, so I can... Rock number 4 is Apollo. Rock number 3 is James.
Oh god.
God.
You are within range. These are at advantage. Just be happy, Apollo, because you can ask Gent over there when I sneak attacked him with a rock as a giant to give him classes with assassinate on it.
Oh god.
Does a 28 hit you, Apollo?
Cannot uncanny, and yes, it does.
You do not see it coming. Therefore, you cannot
okay.
uncanny. You have to see it. You'll take the damage. If it was the shield spell, it would work. Because it's when you take damage, you're still worrying it.
Yes, 28 hits me.
Take 32 bludgeoning damage. As you are almost knocked off the edge by an ice boulder. And then James.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
At advantage.
Yeah.
Natural 20!
Oh god.
I was
Okay,
so
back.
close to hitting both. That's not a good damage roll. So that's okay. That's only 43 damage. It's really not a good damage roll. That could have been really terrifying. That could have been up to 86 damage, by the way.
Okay.
And we're in turn order. As they both are going to take the rest of their turn, and Riker, you see them drop down. Boom. So I will... Since you can see them enough, Riker, I will just do that.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that because I was like, there's a black spot there. I can see nothing.
So, Riker, it's your turn again. In turn order.
I don't see this ending well at all for Riker. And they know that Riker is where Riker is, right?
Yeah, you didn't stealth. You kind of ran up and played a guitar. You literally drew their attention to you.
What's the light situation?
It's dusk. It's starting to get dark, but you do not require dark vision.
Riker's gonna come over here.
They
He's
obviously
going.
had they obviously kept moving from where they saw and encountered you earlier.
Yep. Riker is going to cunning action hide behind this rock because that's a thing.
You, just so you know, this one would still be able to see you regardless. because of line of sight, you could hide from this one.
Yep.
Just to play out the map, because we don't have, until we get Pro back tomorrow, we don't have the
Dynamics.
21. This one goes, where did he go? In giant.
And then Breaker is going to, for his main action, he's going to use diplomacy.
Your weapon, yeah. I know.
Yep. And he's going to use it on the guy that couldn't see him.
And I will say this for Firefly, who's on vacation. She is happy and proud of you, Riker, because you attempted diplomacy first before she did something by playing guitar. So,
Yeah, he actually tried to
fire away
communicate
at
with the enemy
advantage.
first.
All or nothing. So you don't have your shield on then, with bad news.
No.
Correct? Okay, because you can't have it with that. And the other thing is, just to clarify rulings that we were looking at, because we're doing that, and it's going to be posted on there. A couple key things. We might allow dual-wielding pistols to come back, because of a specific wording pointed out by D&D. And you wouldn't be able to reload your pistol without crossbow expert with a shield on your arm, because you need a free hand to reload. So a couple minor things just going forward. Hasn't involved you yet, so you're good. That hits, by the way, like a brick shit does. Probably. 48.
And I get
It's not
sneak
terrible.
attack.
So 57 points of damage. A resounding thud. That's loud. Yeah. So roll me a D100.
Avalanche.
76. You start to feel like the ground shake a little bit.
It's like a giant all over again.
Angel,
Yeah, 'cause-
piece of snow hits you in the forehead.
Because one of the things I was also looking at was the fact that when Riker ended up taking up the guitar, you can't end up one-handing a guitar either, so you would have had to put the shield aside.
Yep, makes sense. So, that is your shot.
And I am going to move down here so that they don't have absolutely clear line of sight on me anymore.
It obviously recognized where you were once you shot it in the head.
Yes, I'm just saying the exact position.
Exactly. So, that is
Using
the
it
end of
for a
Riker's
little
turn.
cover.
If not just positionally. Angel.
So Angel's kind of stunned by watching two large boulders whack Apollo and James.
Like,
And
literally, you were just standing in that little, like, Venn diagram area where, like, the two circles come together, but you're right at the edge and just outside of both. That was you.
And he's surprised, and then like the little piece hits him in the forehead, and it kind of knocks him out of it. I'm sorry, let me read something.
Make all the noise. Obviously, you wade it through here.
I can cast darkness on objects, right?
Objects, yeah.
Okay. I cast darkness on my Rod of the Packkeeper.
Okay, that's, what, 30 foot?
Yep, I'll put an aura up.
15.
It's 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 foot.
I got you. Because I enable it.
Okay. And then he's
So,
gonna move.
Luna, James, Apollo, everything goes dark for you.
Can't see.
And then he moves down there.
Well,
And,
yes.
I'm so glad they're not intelligent, because they'd be like, let's just aim for the center of it.
and
They're
then
not
I'm
intelligent, that's the thing. There's scouter reports on them on the wiki.
And then because I can still see Apollo, I'm going to spend 4 of my healing dice on him.
Okay. So that's a really good tactic. Bravo.
There, you'll get healed 10 at this turn.
Jen, DM inspiration for the tactic. That is really clever. I like it. So you guys are 10th level, so it's a D8. Whenever you'd like to use it.
Huh?
I'm giving
okay.
you DM inspiration because I think it's a really clever tactic.
I didn't hear what you
D8,
said about
yep.
the...
So,
Alright, then it's turn.
Apollo,
Where's the girl playing?
somewhere up, like over here, out of the combat range.
Oh, so too far to like run to.
You're gonna go try and kill her?
No.
Good. It's a frost giant child.
But he couldn't make it this turn. He doesn't think it's too far.
Yeah, you'd also have to climb up sheer ice.
Yeah. Oh, he wants to. Yeah, he looks over at the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have drums?
No.
What?
So she doesn't understand you. She said it all in giant. I forgot about that.
Apollo, enemy, boulders, ow!
Would Apollo have said it in common?
Sure.
Yeah.
Riker calls out in giant. Do you have any drums? Do you know how to play?
I could try. Should have back in giant because I'm curious where this is going. Only reason is because I'm curious where this is going.
You said drums. I thought she said, "Do you have any diseases?" I was very concerned.
He wanted companionship
all.
for that tavern stay later.
Is Riker translating?
Yes.
Riker would be translating for him, yes.
Okay. Apollo asked if you have any drums, can I come join you?
Riker translates in giant.
She says something to Giant that you don't overhear, but apparently she thinks Apollo's courting her. And you hear like an angry frost giant dad in the back says he dies first. You can translate it that you like, Riker.
Riker calls back to Apollo going, well, I sure hope you're single because that giant happens to think that you're wanting to date her and her dad is coming for you.
Oh, great.
I hope you're a very loving person.
She's blushing and everything. As much as a blue-skinned, frozen-featured giant can.
Her cheeks are kind of purple.
Yeah.
I just want to play drums. I had to be faked, but whatever.
Oh, I'm sure you could be doing a lot of drumming in the course of the night when you guys end up...
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
very good, Apollo.
never mind. He sees darkness in front of him, right?
Yep. You are completely blind while going through it, too. And you're on a cliffside.
Yeah. Could I hide, like, right there?
You could.
Like, is there enough room for me to slip in and hide?
To slip right... Yeah, that's a whole wall.
Okay, yeah, he like,
Shooting might be kind of hard. Just
gets close to the wall and takes out a short bow, but just hides for now. Because, you know,
Okay.
he doesn't want to fall off a cliff accidentally. So, there's
Makes sense.
stealth.
Yeah, I'm going to say at a 27. Probably beat the Frost Giant. James.
I can't do Jack all right now, so I'm just gonna...
Spartans!
I can still see Apollo, right? Despite him being stealth, or no?
Yeah, there's nothing blocking him from you.
Okay, I'll drink one of my graders as a bonus, and then go up to Apollo and stay against the wall. Not hiding, but you know, like trying to get out of like the sight range, so they'll have to move around a bit to actually throw more rocks at me. You know?
Well, up against that wall, they wouldn't be able to even throw them straight down.
Yeah.
They'd have to come make their way down to melee range.
Yeah. So you go up against that wall and cast Cure Wounds on Apollo.
Okay.
And then
12 for Apollo and a healing potion for you, and that's your turn.
Yeah.
Luna.
I'm going to move here. Right there. I'm going to drop a second level healing word on James.
Okay.
I love you. Stop dying. Just stop dying. Oh my
9
God.
healing to James.
It's a cure wounds tree. Oh, she is healing word. Never mind.
So, anything else, Luna?
Pull out my shield.
Okay. Daddy's angry. That's
Yeah.
what he does in his turn. 10, 15. Now, here's the thing, Angel. Just to paint you this picture.
Uh-huh.
They are taller than your sphere, your dome is.
Okay.
So they can see outside. They can't see you in it. But they can move through based on they can still see above it.
Yeah, their head's above water, basically.
Yes. So that this one was the one Riker shot. And he's gonna go all the way up into range. And he's gonna make 2 swings at you, Riker.
Yay!
24 and a 25.
Both hit.
That is a total of, what is that, 16? 66? Right?
That's right.
66, yeah. 66 damage as this massive axe comes, just chopping through Riker twice. Blood going splattering everywhere. Apollo, I would say, even though you didn't tell me you were holding your action, because you can still see the glimpse of this thing's head from your position, if you'd like to shoot at it, you can.
Okay. Is it advantage or did he see me? I mean, imagine on that stealth.
Do you have sharpshooter? You have advantage. No. Okay, because you're trying to arc this, so it's going to be a slight difference to his DC, but you do have advantage.
Yeah. He's
Not
alright.
much.
Later.
Their turn will go after this, yeah, because they both go at once.
Yep, I was just wanting to let you know
That's
that. So I was looking at.
Sneak.
Yes.
Person within 5 feet and advantage.
Your advantage is within 5, yeah. So 31 points of damage.
It's not a bad shot.
Nope, he is definitely bloodied. Can hit the arrow. And the reason I want you to do this first, I don't want you running into where the other one might be going.
Okay.
30. 35. He gets in there. He doesn't have enough movement to cause you to get an attack opportunity there, Angel. He came straight down. He's going to roll a d3. James, you're 1. Apollo, you're 2. Luna, you're 3. Apollo, you can uncanny these ones.
They have 2 attacks, don't they?
They do. 13 is a miss, I believe.
Yeah. So that second one hits. So, yep, that I'm uncanny them.
Okay. So it would only be 16 points of damage. As you just get your body just around the side of the blade, not taking the full impact, but slammed against the wall. Now is the end of their turn, Raker. Now you may use your reaction if you'd like.
Okay, would it be if I ended up going up the ledge? Would it end up being?
You'd have to go via the ramp as your reaction. But remember, you can move through a bigger creature that big.
Yay!
So you'd have what? How much movement speed do you have? 15?
35.
Yeah, but it's half your movement for this.
Yeah, so it'd be 17 feet.
Yeah, you'd basically only get to the other side of him.
Still better than where I am right now.
Or you could back up and shoot. He looks hurt.
It works.
I'll unveil a little bit more. I didn't realize that corner was all dark. Check on the screen for them. Just want to make sure that you guys are getting a good... Stream is getting a good view of this. And there we go. So, Riker.
Alrighty, I am going to go forward.
And you're out of grit, by the way. Just to verbalize it.
Yep. Because that used everything for the all or nothing. So I guess I can try taking a shot with diplomacy, single shot at this guy.
Mm-hmm. A 12 just misses you. You crack it off you splinter the ice wall.
Alrighty.
On the positive side, at least a lot of people have a chance to act before it's your turn. Its turn.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I'm running out of options.
Yeah, you kind of realize that you're against a cliff wall now. You're like,
But
shit.
On the plus side, I do have bonus action, so I'm going to go ahead and take a potion.
Make a potion. Got it. And that will take us to Mr. Angel.
Damn it! I'm muted. Would I be able to like get up there like out?
You could move. You will take 2 attacks attacks at disadvantage because they can see the big, black thing moving.
2 attacks?
Yeah, because if you went to the square that you showed me, this one, you would have had to go here and then here.
Well, that's why I'm asking if I can just go straight this way and like kind of like.
If you use your action.
No, I need
it's a
that.
climb, yeah. How about this? You go here, and then you see how the first one resolves, and then you make the call after that.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can split your movement up.
Yep. 15 feet to get there.
Okay, so the first attack at disadvantage misses you.
And yep, he'll step 5, take another step back.
At disadvantage, misses you.
Yep. I'm going to repelling shot this. Frost. God.
You're gonna try and knock him off the cliff?
Yep, ice giant.
Frost giant. You're right the first time.
That's... 21.
They do have reach, but it's go. You're adding height there too, Craig. So 10 with height would have been about more than 10.
Can I use my
21 hits on the first one?
Can I use my D8? Maybe
So
inspiration.
why don't we roll the first damage first? We'll just do it by as it is before you do the inspiration. So 3, and is it repelling? Is just 1 blast?
It's Well, it's like every.
So you move back. It's there. Okay. Second one, if you'd like to roll your D8 of inspiration, you can roll it. A 14 is not enough, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, and another D6 appealing to Apollo as a bonus action, if I can see him. I don't know.
I would say you can see both of them at this point.
Right. Another 3 to Apollo.
All right, that will take us to Apollo.
I can see the edge of the cliff right here.
You can. It's pretty noticeable because there's nothing on your level there.
Yeah, because it's a vertical drop, maybe.
Yeah.
About how deep is that drop, by the way?
Luna, would you like to use your reaction to look over it?
Yes, I will.
It's a good 60 plus feet.
Which begs the question, why are you standing there?
And the other Frost Giant starts lining up Luna for a big old baseball swing. Okay, Apollo.
So, I want him to take his rapier out.
Okay.
But he has his short bow in his
Drop
hand.
to the ground.
Or could he just hold it in his other hand as he attacks with his rapier?
He could.
Okay. Yeah, he'll just do that. And try to stab this thing with his rapier.
Okay.
The one right in front of him. 23.
Hits.
There's no one in 5, so just normal.
For 8. Okay.
And then,
You stab into it, it's just kind of like, you break the skin, but not like, you realize this thing's really hardy.
Yeah. Paulo turns to James and says, I'm going blind. Please kill this thing. And slips into the darkness.
Okay. He presses his elbow against the wall and runs into the darkness.
he's still trying to move forward. So
You're following the wall. Yeah.
I follow the walls to like right here, I imagine.
Okay. You feel no wall.
Yeah.
All right.
And can he hide in terms of just trying to stay quiet?
Sure.
Okay. That would be just one section. Ow.
Yeah. Well, you don't know how it works, but
Okay.
James.
So there's some text on Shadowblade. I'm gonna cast out, but first off, there's some text on Shadowblade that reads, let's see. When you use the sword to attack a target that is in dim light or darkness, you make the attack roll with advantage. Would he be considered? Would this Frost Giant be considered under those rules? If I were to stand like right here, for example, and have my Shadowblade like in the darkness,
you would have to move all the way on next to the darkness, and then you'd be even because you can't see what you're attacking.
So there's no point in doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Shadowblade 5th level. James is gonna try and stand toe to toe with a Frost Giant today, folks. Fucking hell.
You're just nervous because you don't know where Apollo is. You lost Angel. You know you heard Riker's cries of pain, and Luna's standing literally on the cliff, just enough to get you that little bit of shake, that little bit of doubt, creep in as you just missed your swings.
Just takes a deep breath, gets ready to at least try and dodge those two great axes coming at him.
Okay. Lunars.
Okay. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm going to move up to the Frost Giant.
Okay.
And I am going to bonus action cast a level 4 spell. Fire.
Flame Blade.
Never mind. Sorry. Blade at level.
You said 4. I think Flame Blade casts a higher level.
So if I hit, which I don't think I do.
No, you don't. However, it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yep. So I have a flame sword in my hand that does one.
That does
some damage.
5d6 damage on a hit. But you do not hit. So you see Luna just kind of throw out her hand as this skimmer bursting flame appears. And by hand, I mean, cutesy paw that she's got right now. And it's that she didn't realize she has to take her hand out of the claw, and it catches that distance and she can't finish her strike. And then she takes her hand out of the paw for the next attack. The skimmer's still there. Daddy's still angry. Frost Giants. Okay. Raker.
Mm-hmm.
This one can only see you. So he's going to move himself off the ledge and make a swing at you first, which will hit. And a 21 will also hit, correct? You have no way to...
Yep.
Okay. I always just make sure before I say that it hits before you do that.
Yep. I don't have shield or anything like
The
that.
first one comes down as a big splash of blood, and you can see this. Apollo, you can't. Luna, you can also, I'll say, see this. You see the more crimson snow be painted as Riker takes the first strike. The second one coming back across for 26 sprays along the wall. Still up?
Still up.
Riker is hardy. And then we get 2 targets here. So James, you're 1.
I'm your target. Look at me.
You want to take him? Okay. He will gladly hit the loud thing. For a miss. And a miss.
Jumps to the left as he just sees the swings coming at him. Just smiles.
Riker.
He's such an idiot.
I would use Skirmisher to get past this guy.
The other side.
Yep. And then I will... cunning action disengage because I'm still close to him.
Okay.
I will back up to here. I am going to
Roll
take
me a
my...
D100 for the last one, too.
Alrighty.
Again, there's a tremble in the mountain. Go ahead.
Alrighty, I am going to take another shot with bad news or diplomacy at the wounded guy.
Roger that. 26 will definitely hit. For 21. Okay. No sneak here.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
Not adding sneak attack.
Yeah, I just was looking for anything that would give you a sneak.
Nope, because I was not stealthy and nobody's nearby. So I am going to use the rest of my movement to get up to here. Here.
Yeah, you kind of run in, having improved the scene. I'd say you probably go along the wall.
Yeah.
Find the wall and find the way up. You bump into Angel, and then kind of wander up there.
Angel points you points you in that direction and go that way.
He can't see which direction you point. Angel, go.
Well, if I get like up here, can I shoot like the giant?
Yeah. Easier to shoot down. He's big.
25 feet to get there.
Reveals more about you.
And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the giant. Away
Wrong
from
year,
me.
Jen. Wrong year.
Let's do this one at a time. 25.
25 is a hit.
3 damage and 10 feet away.
You try to push him through the ground. He cannot go through the ground. Remember, you're shooting down.
I thought it was just away from you.
It's 10 feet in a straight line. So it's whatever line you're shooting in. He kind of slides back a bit, but not enough to force him off the edge.
Well,
And a 12 will be a miss. So we'll say he moves back 5 instead of the 10. He's still technically on the edge. Big feet.
okay.
He is teetering, though. That will take us to Mr. Apollo, who's now all of a sudden able to be seen.
He says, I can see. Oh, I can see. Starts, scurry up here.
I mean, yeah, I could give him Titans if Jet wants Titans.
I'm with my.
Gives you a Frost Titan.
What was that noise?
That was him reacting to the size of it.
I know.
That was the scared of panic noise.
Apollo looks at the really angry father. Oh, God. Anyways. Could he shoot at this one? I imagine it's tall enough where he can see, like, the head. Yeah, let's shoot it.
11 is a miss. You're just wide of it. Kind of, like, clanks off one of the horns of the helmet and skitters down.
Ting. Is there any walls or anything you can hide behind?
I mean, you could try and break line of sight along the upper wall, but they're kind of looking straight at you. It's a little bit hard right now.
Yeah. He moved. He's still stuck like 20 feet left. 15. He could...
Come to the darkness.
It doesn't help. The darkness moves away.
Alright, as you figure out where you're moving, we'll go to James.
My paladin stealth cookies no give food poisoning.
3 attacks. 2 main hand, 1 offhand.
Okay.
May I use my flourish on the crit?
You can.
Anything? Okay. No, that's a defensive one. Then offhand.
Okay, so only the crit hits. So that adds to the damage, right?
Yes, so that's the damage.
7 and 6 is 43.
Yep, and that also adds my AC. So plus 10 to my AC.
No, it adds. Because you get 2, yeah. It's only on the first. You only add 6 to your AC. You don't add double to your AC.
Oh, I don't roll double dice.
You roll double dice for damage, but not for your AC.
Okay, that's fine. Good. Thank you for clarifying. We've been doing it wrong for a while now.
Correct. Remember, double for damage, not for anything else.
Okay.
So, you hit once. It hurts and you get a defensive stance. That will take us, and you're staying where you are?
Stay where he is, just staring at this thing, just
Okay.
eyeing your target.
Luna.
Here, and I'm going to attack.
At advantage.
Flying blade.
12 is a miss.
Oh my god. Yeah, my turn.
Okay. Dad's angry. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. Alright, Luna. Bottom Frost Giant. 26 and a 15.
Hits.
Both hits or one hit? You're going to take 31 slashing damage on the first hit. Make me a con save, DC 15. Do you have Warcaster? You pass either way. Does the second one hit or miss?
The second one misses because I have 16 AC.
Okay. So James, he's gonna test your defense. He sees you defensively, and they are warriors.
That hits.
Okay. Take 28 slashing damage and make me a DC 14 con save.
Warcaster.
Pass to the first one. He kind of chuckles to himself. Now he hits you and your defense is higher. And he does hit you again.
Down.
25 is James, just the second slash.
No.
Smacks his head against the ice and just lays there as this Frost Giant turns. And now both of them are staring Luna in the face.
No.
Riker.
This is not going to go well for Riker. I could feel it. Riker is going
Oh, I need a
to...
D100 for the last one. I keep forgetting.
Okay.
He did exactly to hit James's health.
Really? No shakes, no trembles.
But things are getting closer. Riker can tell, especially after what's planned.
I'm just saying you haven't crossed the avalanche yet.
Yet, like I said,
Minus
Riker's...
Sweetie for James. James, roll me a D100 as Craig calls in his Patreon Miss Sweetie's magical deal. Trying to buy you a way out of this. What did you roll?
32.
A 32. Let me just get the chart. A 32. James, roll me on the common magical item table. Is what we find out what hit you. What you hit your head on. That was impacted in the ice. A small perfume bottle just lands in James's lap.
I'm just gonna look at what this does now.
It's like have you ever watched Anchorman?
No.
Oh, I can't make the joke then. Riker. You can look it up. It's Xanathar's, by the way.
How bad is the lower giant looking?
Pretty rough.
How bad is the top one looking?
He's bloodied-ish. I can't tell. It's like he's right around that. He's like that 40 to 60 range.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Riker is going to take his first shot against this guy.
Okay.
The secondary attack is going to be used for reload. I'm going to action surge.
Do you have that as a attack? Or
I can't do it as a bonus action. It's still based off of the full action.
Okay.
That's why I was like, yeah, full action. There you go. Be able to reload then. That way I'd be able to get 2 shots off with the diplomacy.
All right.
And I'm going to use my retweet inspiration to be able to get it. Yeah.
And we are at 13. 7 more. You'll have natural 20s.
So here we go.
You get a grip point back on the first one as you hit.
Yay!
Roll
Does the
me
second one hit?
Roll me damage first on the first one. As you hit and kill, it goes cascading off and smashing down. And you hear a plop sound. They just shattered through ice down below.
That works.
The second one does hit. 31.
And then for...
And as you look up, a second one has just dropped down. They're still coming down after you.
That's not pleasant. I'm going to use, for my bonus action, I'm going to take a potion, and I am going to try to stay inside of Angel's darkness.
Okay. And you'll roll me 2 D100
Yes.
separate, please.
1 second, just add in the health real quick.
Alright, no change in the ice. You haven't shattered it yet. Angel, you just as the beginning, so you know you cannot see James from your positioning.
Yep. I want to move there. Can I see James now?
Give me a free perception check, because you're kind of on that line where you can and can't, based on what would be the structure of it. 15's enough to see him.
Okay. As action, I will Eldritch Blast the giant.
Okay.
Try to push him away.
You just want a Titan, that's fine.
25
Hits.
for 2. 24
Okay.
for 1.
And they will slide. He slides to, like, on the ledge.
And then I look at James and spin my last 3 healing dice on him.
Okay. You get 8. 5, 2, and 1. And you realize that it's not a potion bottle in your lap, it's some sort of perfume. And then we go to Apollo. Loss.
Yep, sorry. There's one remaining. Well, that I can see. Can I see this one up here?
Where? This one
up here.
you heard it. You can't see it from your current positioning. You could back up and shoot. You definitely heard it. It's not. They're not exactly quiet walkers.
Did I see it when I was like right here, where it previously was? Or was I not looking because I was shooting the one up here?
What was the question?
Would I have seen it when I was right here, or was I focused too much right here shooting that one, so I didn't see it?
This one, you can see it from where you are. You saw this one die.
No, he's asking about this one.
He didn't. It just dropped down now at this when the
Oh,
other
okay.
died. So you didn't see it beforehand.
But I did hear it.
Yeah, they're loud as shit. It's a giant.
Yeah. I guess I'll shoot that one. Can it see me?
Can it see you? No, currently you're hidden.
So do I have advantage?
You'll have to. You're gonna. Yeah, I'll say you can get advantage on the one shot. This one time.
Okay. Alright.
You gotta move out here first. Now you can shoot it. So you peel out, you hit it.
20. I
Sneak,
can sneak his advantage. 18.
18, okay.
I guess I'll start to move my way back. So
Okay.
be right there. That'd be
Also,
it.
Alright, that brings us to James.
I apologize to Riker. Out of character.
Each time he moves,
realized I moved him out of my darkness again.
Alright.
every time he moves in, you end up moving back out.
Here's the
So I
funny thing,
think
if
that
you
you're
didn't
cracking up
move-
laughing.
If we didn't move, you'd be in it now.
Yep.
James.
And
Stands. Okay.
and tiredly makes his way towards the frost giant. See if I
Okay.
can actually hit it. No, hit it.
Hit it
I'll
on the
use
second
mobile
one.
flourish. mobile flourish. Do you know what that one does, or want me to link it?
Do not. You'd have to link it. Okay, you can roll your 12 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there, kind of teetering. It'll make a deck save. It's gonna make a deck save. It's totally good at these things. He begins to plummet. Let's roll 6d6. 24. He impacts the ice. It cracks. And you're not sure.
Okay.
But the second one drops down.
He looks at the Supreme he still has on him. Cheers, Tyven.
48.
Cheers.
Is that your turn?
It is.
Luna.
I'm going to move up. Oh, I can't because Angels, and I can't see Riker. Riker.
You can run into the wall and find it.
Oh, if I move here. And, okay. I'm just gonna move into the darkness. And I end my turn.
Okay. So, that is your turn. As we will then go Daddy's Unhappy. Frost Giants! 5, 10. Drops. 15, 20. Takes. They definitely do take some damage because they are going to be in combat. So they'll each take 6 fall damage. Because they are doing this in combat, not just taking their turns to take no damage. They each only have... So minus 6 to him. He is going to then use another 5 feet to go here for you. And we'll start with Riker.
Groovy.
I only got one target, man. 32 Rikers that comes down, lands with a big overhand chop, slashes through as blood spills. You're still up, aren't you?
I'm still up.
Apollo should be happy about that. That one hits you. That's probably going to drop you, right? He almost rolls max damage. Holy crap.
Yeah, every single one of them,
Really
they've
hard,
almost always ended up.
Yeah, they always hit you hard. The second one is you just splash. Luna, as you're sitting there, just splashed in the face by something wet. As you cannot see Riker. And then, Apollo. They have reach. Which means you're between advantages. So, first swing at advantage, 13. Will miss you. Second one at advantage for a 24. Are you uncandying before I roll?
Me?
Apollo.
Yeah.
He rolls almost minimum damage. So you take 6.
Hugs Riker tight, man.
Riker, these Frost Giants just want to beat the shit out of you. I kind of apologize. They're only doing high damage on you. Death save, Riker. That is 1 success. Angel.
What would it be to kind of slip my...
To what?
What would it be to slip my Packkeeper Robin?
Into your bag?
Belt.
Into your belt?
Yeah, kind of,
I would say your bonus action.
Okay. He'll do that. Move over here. And I'm going to cast a 4th level Cure Wounds on,
Riker?
Yep.
Okay. So kind of Angel's sliding the rod in and running up, and just Luna has no clue. You just feel things moving around you. And Raker, you open your eyes and you're blind. They hit you so hard you went blind. But
Blind and cold.
Terrible.
Anything else, Angel?
I think it's 18 if my math is right.
That is 18, yep.
Nope. He has no action, so that's it. Good luck, Apollo.
I got tagged here, and I don't know what I got tagged about. Trying to figure it out. Okay. I'll figure it out later. Q, if you're here, hugs. Okay. Angel, that takes us to Apollo.
He's going to try to stab this thing.
Okay.
The one in front of him.
20 is a hit. For 12.
And bonus action disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna walk into the darkness.
Okay.
Frick. I guess just right
you
there.
don't know, you don't know where you're going. And you know there's a cliff over
Yeah.
there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what he's worried about.
Okay. James.
Do I even know that there's a ramp here?
Yes, you've seen it. You've seen people use it. You can see the outline of it, so you could kind of skirt the edge, following it up to get up there.
Okay. It's like right here, and then...
I would say you could go all the way up if you wanted to double move. You'd be able to run straight up it.
Yeah, right into Apollo, because I don't know
Smack
where
into
I'm going.
both of them.
Is that alright? Whoever you are.
Apollo and Luna both are angry at you as you run into them.
And just drink the basic healing potion this time.
Okay.
His ex gave him a lot of basics before she left.
All right, Luna.
I'm going to step out of the darkness.
Okay.
I will see it.
You see two of them.
Attack this one because I'm a madman.
Okay.
Flame sword, go.
13 is a miss.
My turn. I'm in
You were just
it.
rolling terribly low. So,
Get one.
let's see. I'm going to make I didn't make it last turn. So I'll make it this turn in athletics. This one has started to climb up. It's pretty much there. Using the axe to propel himself up the side of the cliff. You knocked him down.
I think he'd be mad at me more than anything.
He can't see you.
I know, but still.
So Luna, the top one's going to attack you first at advantage. You put yourself
No,
in the middle
I
of the
forgot
range.
about that.
17s, those are hits. 22 slashing. And an immediate DC 11 con save for your flame.
Back it up. Back it up, Luna.
That's what the other giant's doing. He's making that noise as he climbs. He's going back up, right? You just make the DC. And then he swings at you again. For a 25.
Oh, he's up.
Slash. Down.
I forgot about the advantage.
And then he moves over here, stepping on the other side of her.
Why is she upside down?
He puts you upside down. So, he saw Apollo run in, and he knew Riker was right there. So to me, and he knows the center is the third spot. So I'm going to roll a d3, because he couldn't see James's approach. 1 is Apollo, 2 is Riker, 3 is Angel.
Okay.
Based on how he's trying to track, and these are all at disadvantage anyways. 1, that's Apollo. So these are at disadvantage. He's swinging towards where you ran. He doesn't know if you're there or not, but... 13 misses. A 16?
I believe that just hits.
That hits.
Yep,
Would you like to
just
uncanny
hits.
dodge before I swing?
Yes.
So you will take a total of 17 points of damage after it's halved from uncanny dodge as he finds purchase. And
All those wobbling.
that will take us to Riker. Last turn, you did not shoot, did you? Reroll?
I was unconscious last turn.
Correct. So you did not shoot.
Yep. I am going to stand up, but since I couldn't crawl as skirmisher,
Yep.
I am going to move closer towards the cliff, and for now, I'm going to use my main action and bonus action to take 2 potions, because I
Okay.
need all the help I can get.
You kind of hear something moving around. He's trying to track the best he can. And that will take us to Angel.
He'll use his action to summon a pack weapon
Okay.
and make a great axe.
It looks really cool, but no one sees it.
He will say, "What the person is I don't know. She might be dead again."
She's dripping crimson.
She's sweating blood this time.
James
And he'll stay where he is for. Or actually, no, he'll step forward because I don't want to get kicked off. And yeah, that's all he can really do.
Okay. Apollo. You reach out, you touch like the shin of a frost giant. You're like, oh, okay.
I found one.
Found it, guys.
So that, first of all,
Okay.
this is risky business. But let's try to stab it.
Okay.
16.
Eight.
Wait, 12 or 16?
12.
12, okay.
Which will
That
miss.
misses then.
Yeah, because you can't see it either.
Yeah,
16 would have hit.
he tries to stab the shin, goes like in between the legs somehow.
Yeah, I just moved it, just the flex of the muscle.
Yeah.
Get it at a bad angle. Anything else, Apollo?
He doesn't know where the other one is. He moves right there.
Yeah, you're like, okay, get up, slide, or dig, and you hit the leg. Shit.
Yeah.
You hear a very subtle shit in the middle of the darkness.
Yeah.
James.
I don't know which. I obviously can't tell which one's her, and I don't know where the other one is. I just know where this one is. I know like the rough idea of that
You
one.
know there's one generally in front of you somewhere.
Yeah. Take like a
You step
forward.
up and you step on a toe. You're like, I found it!
A 3rd level Shadow Blade this time.
Okay. This will make your attacks technically even.
Yeah. So some merit, right?
Hey,
16 hits,
Don't-
25 hits. For 25 damage.
There's a big difference between 5th level and 3rd level here.
There is. Anything else?
Is constant sadness and hopelessness count as a bonus action? Oh wait, or use. Sorry, that's my turn.
I'll let you use it as a free action. How about that?
Okay.
Luna, death save.
nat 20.
One failure. Daddy grows closer. Frost Giants. Okay. Riker has moved. Angel. Everyone has moved. So it's a D4 because they can hit all of you. I'm going to do the left one first. Riker, because I think you're immune from the right one. I think you're out of reach. 4. That's a James.
Sobs and hopelessness.
At
Hey, they can't
disadvantage.
see you either.
12.
You're welcome.
Miss.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Right one. Riker, you are too far out, so it's a D3. Angel, you being 1. Apollo.
Oh,
At
fun.
disadvantage. Miss.
Okay.
However, at disadvantage, that one still hits. Uncanny, you can't see it coming.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I will let the earlier uncanny stand. But I'm gonna, from here on out, I can't give it to you.
Yeah.
The early ones, I already gave it to you. That's fine. So only the first number, that's 21. Slashing damage.
And he's down.
Angel, you see him keel over. James, you just hear a soft as some snow moves. Riker, I'd say you hear a as well, because I know your passive's pretty up there. It's your turn.
Yeah, it's a little high. Crap. Okay. At the end of...
And this mother finally gets up to the top. Just covered in, there's icicles everywhere through his beard as it flash froze in the water.
Yeah, he's silly looking. Riker is going to... it's gonna suck regardless. I will quick draw over to Scattergun. And I am going to...
Oh, this is gonna be the worst thing ever.
Yep, I am going to Deadeye Shot to give me straight roll. And I'm gonna shoot at point blank range into this guy. Twice. Because this can't possibly go wrong. Or something.
Yeah.
And because of the fact that he's adjacent to me, I get, if I do hit him, it's double damage.
Okay. First one misses, but not by enough that you are angled in the wrong direction. Second one hits at disadvantage. I literally said 7 or lower. Oh, it had to have been 1 anyways then. Yeah. Okay. So double damage is 34?
Yep.
He definitely has been aware of your presence now as you shotgunned his ankle.
And I am going to...
Roll 2d100s.
2d100s.
Oh yeah, shotguns are loud.
Can confirm. Ooh.
Riker, give me a free perception check.
Yeah.
You hear a string of giant curse words. You know they're curse words. The rumbling is now consistent.
You have 2 different directions to go, and Riker thinks that... Would Riker believe as a scout that if they got closer to the wall that they would be safer?
I mean, it would be common sense.
Riker's going to call out to the others in common, Avalanche! And he's going to move, while still inside of the sphere, over here, using his cunning action, bonus action, to disengage.
Okay. Angel, you heard the word avalanche. Does Angel know what an avalanche is?
Nope.
Roll me a nature check. Let's see if Angel's ever heard of it in a book. Because he does read a decent amount, doesn't he? I'll
It's
get
a
into this. You're not sure what avalanche means. But you rolled a high enough nature to know that the way he called it and the inflection in his voice, it isn't good. Do you look upwards past the giant? I give you a free to look up there. Remember to make your own perception. It looks like the top of the mountain is coming down in a white wave of death. And the giants are starting to move away. You realize this is going to consume you. You see Riker huddling against the wall. No one else can see anything.
And Apollo's unconscious.
Yeah.
That's his Luna.
This is not going to go well.
I'm very annoyed. I blame stupid people. It's always stupid people.
So mechanically, to explain it to you guys, it was set at a 95 or higher, and each time you rolled over an 80, which you've done 2, brought it to 93. And multiple sevens. I came up with the system when I saw Riker was on this one.
What would it be to grab Apollo to drag him?
You're full action. And you have half movement speed.
Yep. I grab Apollo, and I move over here. I see and Riker.
You see everything fine.
Yeah, I see Riker kind of putting against the wall, so I figure that's the best idea. Apollo's down, so I'm gonna grab him and kind of dump him like at Riker's feet.
And James becomes visible.
James just blinks. He looks up to the two of them. He looks
Hey
to
James! As the darkness fades, you see a wall of white. And hear avalanche, and it's cascading towards you.
James looks to the giants. He looks to the unconscious Luna. He looks to the avalanche. Can't catch a damn break.
Apollo. Death save.
Yep.
1 success. James.
Damn it, James.
You also see that the giant you knocked off now sees you.
So I just have 3 giants just staring me down right now.
Mm-hmm.
James gives a prayer to like whatever nice god is listening right now.
There's no nice god here. It's just me. Sorry.
Yeah. He gives him prayer. He gives a prayer to the voice in the sky, the narrator.
What are you doing, James?
I can see Luna. Okay, first off, a healing word to Luna.
Okay. 11 healing, Luna. You open your eyes and everything's white coming down towards you.
And then, you said because these creatures are so large, you can just move through them, right?
When they had spent the reactions, yes. If you go into the darkness and try and find the wall, you might be able to.
No, it's just James wants to, like, help Luna out. He doesn't...
They're not going to let you help Luna out, I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah. And James isn't beating a giant in a strength contest. That isn't happening. James just swears and just goes, tries to find the wall.
Okay.
That's a knee.
Yeah, that's a knee. Okay, move your way around. You step on something that feels armored. That's an Apollo. You walk into Angel. He's like, hey. Finally, you find yourself in there. Gotcha. And there'll be one attack of opportunity on you at this point.
All right.
Because technically, you don't leave the one of the closest one.
Yep.
So disadvantage. 22.
Yep.
29. You are still up. Okay. Luna! You are prone on the ground. Looking up the kilt of a frustrate.
Third leg.
1 to 10.
What are you doing?
On the scale is the giant. Never mind.
No, we're not going there.
I'm going to stand up. 2. Avalanche coming towards us, right?
Yes.
I'm in the darkness.
You going all the way around? That's 10. You only have 15 because you stood up. And then you get another 15. You could get to like there or there without technically breaking. Or you could just run to the wall.
True?
To the wall. If you want to just try and take shelter and hope for the best.
Shelter, no for less.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do yourself? Like maybe heal?
Probably a good idea. I'll heal wound.
Now's your time to blow your big spells.
Keeping my big spells.
Okay. 15 healings, Luna. And that's your turn?
He's like, oh no, and he fell. I feel.
Riker, since you understand giant, grab what you can! Back to the lookout. We'll siege another day. So, the everlasting one leaves. Luna, the one closest to you, is going to swing at you. For a 24. So 17 damage. And second attack, which will miss. And then if you'd like to take attack of opportunity, he is going.
Opportunity.
If you'd like to take a reaction to attack, you can.
Scimitar.
Which will miss. This one's going to also swing at you. For a 18, which hits. Unconscious. Second attack to grapple you since you are unconscious. And he's 2 sizes bigger than you. And begins to run off with Luna. Angel, you see this.
Yep, I'll make my attack of opportunity to run it off.
Okay.
Green flame, great X. Or not.
Do I get 170?
No, 15's a hit. At advantage, you can't see you.
Seb, do I get one or not?
You would technically.
Oh.
So 13 from you. 14 at advantage is a miss. Or evenly, sorry, you're even. It's a miss.
Can I actually roll all today or no? I guess
What?
not. Can't roll all today apparently.
Nope. They start running. As they are taking cover beyond the trap that they had built, and they're going to pull back. You hear more loud footsteps run off. The rest of the warband. As Riker, in your turn, you look up and you see the cascade of snow start pouring down. So Riker and James, you guys are ones on full squares of Cliffside. I want you to roll me your strength checks first.
Okay.
Oh, this is not going to end well.
Oh.
James, you're not moved by the avalanche. Riker. Remember, you guys do have an advantage. Riker, you are not moved. Angel, you are half a square of a wall. You're also going to roll me a strength check. It's just a different DC. This is how I'm doing it in part.
Can I
Before
grab
you
a...
roll, this is what I'm going to ask.
Huh?
So you have an advantage, okay,
Yeah.
with a strength check. If you are trying to hold on to Apollo, your DC is going to increase another tier.
Yep. That's what I'm doing, so... Advantage.
I'm sure you're going to use it, yeah.
21.
What? You hold on as tough as you can. You know, also holding Apollo, whose body's basically being thrown. Apollo, you're going to take a death penalty for me. Just from the sheer impact. There was no way around it. It's damage. And you just, at the end, as it almost you feel it, you lose grip. Holding onto Apollo, but you lose grip. So, everything settles down. Time goes by. Angel, I'm assuming, because Apollo's in your little bubble as you're saving air, you feed him a potion.
Yeah.
So, Apollo, you're clear of death trails. Okay?
I have a greater.
Yeah.
That's 44, right?
Yeah. James and Riker, I'd like you both to make me athletic checks.
Me?
James and Riker. We're working together. There you go. You guys, having been close to each other in like the same pocket, eventually get, using Riker. I'm sure you have a shovel in that bag.
Yeah.
You guys kind of pop out of the snow and are able to get up on top of it. There is just whiteness. You can barely see where the cliffs are. You can kind of see little bits. But this snow is going to take a little bit to be passable as you stick your head out. There's no tracks. There's nothing because of the avalanche covering them.
Did it seem like the avalanche would go to the village?
It would cascade down. You probably wouldn't hit the village. They probably have, you look at the walls. They probably have retaining walls to kind of, in case something ever cascaded down.
Okay, good to know. Because he was ready to send to them if it did look like it was.
You could see it down there. You can look down because you are elevated. And it's just now, because you guys had met them halfway, you're more towards sunset now, you still have enough light to see the village and kind of the ghostly skull, as was said before, kind of illuminating the dusk. You immediately go to where you last heard Angel's voice and heard him as you dig and you don't see him. Eventually, Apollo and Angel, give me athletic checks. Takes you guys a little bit longer before you see the gauntleted and mittened hand of Angel pop out, and he just like a small tunnel rat kind of sticks his head out, peeking around.
They still have this darkness up?
By this time, it would have passed.
Okay. James immediately goes where he last saw Luna, which would have been like right here.
She is not there.
Over here, you said? You pointed, and then he
says
go
not
over
there.
No. Yes.
Okay. Where?
Giant people take them.
He pauses. He sighs. Damn it. Rubs his forehead.
Yes.
So, beaten, bloodied, barely standing, and night falling. I'm assuming you're pulling back to the village and requesting the aid of the group. So they'll have a little bit different of an encounter than they were going to, because there's still some frost giants alive.
Yeah, we killed one
Some
of
of them
them
are wounded, though.
Yeah, they're wounded. Some of them wouldn't have survived through the avalanche either.
We killed at least one of them, guys.
You would have technically got 3 kills. With them having to separate through. The one that you knocked off would have been dead. And the one that did not get the full move, the one that got Luna would have been survived. This one would have died. Because I rolled one of them would have died in the avalanche. So, but not the one carrying Luna, so Luna's not going to freeze to death in some snowdrift somewhere that you can't find her.
Yeah, because the other alternative Riker was looking at was using piercing shot as they were all lined up to run away, taking a shot and then ducking against the wall.
Yeah, but it was going to cascade down at the same time.
Yep.
So,
James does not say a word the entire time back.
You guys make your way back to the inn. I'm assuming you send.
Yes.
James.
I still have spell slots.
To
Yeah. To Gavon. So.
What do you say to Gavon?
Can we teleport
This is going to
back?
be the additional information that the group gets. So,
Can we teleport back?
where are you?
Rhyme Gulch. That was Rhyme Gulch.
We'll send someone through with the second group. Do you inform him of anything with Luna and everything?
Luna was taken. One known killed. One known killed. Multiple injured.
Okay. Being said, your group makes it back, and you are informed that a teleportation officer will be with you. Will be with the group that they sent, as they are going to send a group. They tell you to take refuge in the inn, and when the teleportation officer arrives with the group, your characters will return to RP. That being said, it is 8 o'clock. It is the end of the first episode, and we'll be back in a little bit with the second one. So say goodbye to everyone.
Bye, Mixer.
Bye, Mixer.
Bye.